And we're off. What's up,
Off and
everybody?
running. Hi, everyone. Hi. Brr. Brr. Brr.
Ah, fuck.
Problemo?
No problemo. No problemo. I was looking at Mark McGuire's stats because I know we're going to talk about Mark McGuire and the steroid thing.
Well, I didn't hear anything about that.
Jesus.
Was it on the news?
Look, man,
God damn.
to Mark and everybody else,
Yeah.
just go all in, admit you did the damn steroids, and don't say you did it because you were injured. Say, yeah, I did steroids because it made me hit monster home runs, and it felt good to hit monster home runs. I mean, Mark McGuire sort of admitted he did steroids yesterday. I mean, he admitted he did steroids, but he didn't admit to the actual
That it
reason he
helped
did
him.
steroids.
He said he did it because, he was injured. It
Well-
was to help his injuries.
And he said, what, he started doing steroids in 93, 94.
Oh, boy, look at the stats.
Well, you look at his stats in 93, 94 season. The 93 season he had 9 home runs. The 94 season he had 9 home runs. So he might have been introduced to steroids because he was injured.
Yeah.
But then realized, wow,
This juice
shit rocks.
helps.
Because then his home run totals just get ridiculous.
You know what's fucked up, though? He does say, they don't... You can't just take steroids and bash home runs like he did. Like if me or you or Danny or anybody in here just started doing steroids, we're not going to be smacking home run balls over the fucking thing. You still have to have a talent.
Well, he had the talent to begin with. He had the skill set.
That's what I mean.
But yeah, that's what we're talking about. If you have the skill set, now you got the steroids. Now your skill set gets way better.
Now you rule.
Then you rule.
Like, see, if we had, let's say there was radio steroids. See, we rule on the radio.
Oh my God, yeah.
Now, if we had radio
God,
steroids, we would fucking people would be like, they have to be doing radio steroids because they're just out of control, the best ever.
And the only reason we don't do radio steroids is because we are the best right now.
Yeah.
So why?
I'd rather not be accused.
Huh? Yeah, of course.
Of doing radio steroids. I'd rather just people go, he's doing it natural. There are people that do radio steroids, and, it's all hack. They suck. You could tell they're all juiced up. But we like to do it natural.
Wait a minute. Steroids in radio, really?
Yes, radio steroids.
Have you seen your fellow radio broadcasters? They're all fat fucks.
It doesn't work like sports steroids.
Fat fucks, low self-esteem, and can't help themselves more to a buffet.
It makes them giant and fat and hacky. But for some reason,
make you talk like
people like it. I'm not on the juice. I'm not on the juice, dude.
They all have the same voice.
Exactly.
So, I don't know. Mark McGuire was kind of crying. And
what was he, weeping? What happened?
And, of course, they had to pick Bob Costas, the stupid fucking purist that he is.
Boy, you do not like that gentleman.
I don't know what happened. I turned the corner on this Bob Costas with his stupid, over-the-top dyed. It's not he's got fake hair.
Soy sauce?
It's soy sauce. I'm trying not to use Jim Norton's line because it's a great line, but
soy sauce dyed hair.
But then it's a rug.
Yeah,
like he's got a hair piece.
Does he have a piece on?
That I think he dipped into soy sauce and then stapled to his head.
Maybe he let it steep in tea.
Someone's got to explain to me why I hate Bob Costas so much because I can't really explain it. I was watching the Winter Classic, and he had to try to make these moments. It's like, shut the fuck up. They're playing hockey outdoors at Fenway Park. You don't have to, overdo it.
He wants the big catchphrase.
With the pre-produced packages. No, it's not even that, because he doesn't even really do the color. He does all the setup shit. But he just
wants, he wants to be the guy, though, that people look at and go, wow, Bob Costas. Yeah. Fuck the game. Did you see Bob Costas?
Yeah. Back in the day, they used to play hockey on the Charles River, and now it comes home to Fenway today.
Did they, though?
Well, not like...
How did they play with the duck taws going through? It must have been hard to shoot a goal with the duck taw. The duck boats come through, and you lose the puck.
Right.
How did
Before global warming, kids played outdoor hockey
Indeed.
on ponds and lakes and rivers. And today we bring it home to Fenway Park. Do we? For the Winter Classic. Which, by the way, the Winter Classic means nothing.
Yeah, what is
They
it?
just pick two teams every year to play hockey outside.
It doesn't
They're not
do anything?
playing for anything except for another win for their team.
Nothing for standings or anything?
No, they got to kind of figure out how to make it into something. Make it into some kind of make it actual cup, the Winter Classic Cup, and then try to pick teams that earned a berth into the Winter Classic. I don't know.
Well, that's what they...
I don't know how you would do it, but...
Well, they did that with the All-Star game. They kind of made that, home field advantage kind of a thing.
But that's not fair.
For that. No, it's not, but...
Because you got a lot of guys playing... I never understood that one, Ant. Because you're a baseball fan. The All-Star game, right. So whatever side wins, that league gets home field
field
for the World Series. But every year you got a bunch of All-Stars that have no chance at playing in the postseason. So what do they give a shit about?
They don't get... I know. They just wanted to make it interesting so people watch the fucking game.
Right.
Because people weren't...
Well, they failed
didn't
miserably
care
because
about it.
I don't care.
No, I don't care either.
You go, oh, wow. You like looking at some All-Star players. That's it.
I bet they dropped that at some point.
They have to because it just doesn't make sense.
Really doesn't.
So this Mark McGuire was on Bob Costas and...
he was getting a little choky, a little choked up.
A little choky.
Like, I can't... You know what's fucked up? I'm looking at Mark McGuire, and I'm thinking... Wasn't that like last week? He was swinging for the fences
Don't even say the year.
And then,
It's depressing as hell.
Like, what year was that? Oh, fuck, yeah, I think it was like 1972 or something.
What year was the big 70 home run year?
That was 98.
It was 98.
Jesus
And he
Christ.
retired in 2002.
Dude,
So 98.
12 years ago?
Well, we're still in the early 2010s, so I like to say 11-ish.
Does it matter at that point?
Let's just call it 11-ish.
I'm saying 12
All right,
years.
12 years ago? You know what 12 years is to a Major League Baseball player? That's more than half of their careers.
Yeah,
So
rookies, for some people, it's their whole career.
Right, so rookies in 98
Yeah.
are now looking at the twilight of their careers. That's how long ago that was already. Let me go to Ken in New Hampshire. He shares my hate for Bob Costas.
Hey there, Ken.
What's up, Ken?
Hey guys, how's it going?
No, pretty good, man.
Opie, you totally are right about Bob Costas. I couldn't figure out why I hated him, but on the Winter Classic, they strategically place him in the foreground, and in the background they have kids skating around the pond in the outfield of Fenway Park. But they didn't put him with the kids because he's just as tall as the kids, and then you don't realize how short he is until Mike Middlebury skates up and doubled the size of Bob Costas. It was
All right.
amazing.
Thank you. You're helping me with this. So this is what I mean by forcing moments. They put them right in front of little peewees playing.
Yeah.
Like they have another rank besides the big rank that the big boy's going to play on. And then he's trying to say how the kids love hockey so much they don't even notice that Mike Milbury who was talking with Bob Costas at that point? Oh, I lost him. But there was a big star. And Bob Costas is like, they don't even care you're here. All they care about is playing hockey.
Shut up. Shut it.
Let's go to Jared in Boston.
Jerry.
Hey, guys.
Hey.
Bob Costas is a douchebag. The main reason is those little setup pieces, and it always starts out like on an ice rink built in his father's backyard.
Okay, thank you. Yes.
His stories.
Oh, what a fucking douche.
Shut up with your stories.
Thank you. That's exactly what I'm getting at. These pushing the moments. It all started for him deep in the woods of Canada. In a little pond.
With a stick and a dream.
Right.
He went on the ice. Shut it, you fucking hack.
If these guys down the hall could find Bob Costas just forcing moments, it would make me very happy today. But back to the story at hand, Mark McGuire.
Mark McGuire. I'm just looking at the picture there. He's getting a C. Everett Koop goatee going.
Yeah, he sure
He
is.
really is getting that puffy white fucking goatee thing going.
He looks like he could still play, though. He doesn't look
you
as
think?
thin. He doesn't look as thin as he used to be.
He'll look all right in the uniform there, in the Cardinals uniform.
When?
You think he's not going to be fucking
Hall of Fame?
batting coach?
Oh yeah, the batting coach thing.
Yeah,
You're right.
batting coach. He'll be there in the uniform.
I forgot about that. Yeah,
A few sizes smaller than it used to be, but
a little,
a
little baggy than it used
little
to be.
baggy. He'll be crying, could you hit the ball? That's all he does now is cry. The steroids kept, they blocked up his fucking tear ducts or something, because now he's just, I don't know.
They make you kind of, cry like a bitch.
Wishy-washy.
Well, here's a couple choice clips from the big Mark McGwire interview yesterday.
Oh.
She hit 49 home runs as a rookie in 1987. Were you using steroids at that time?
No.
You used them first, what season?
Well, what season? During the season would be starting. I started using it the '93, the winter of '93, '94, going in that season.
And
I was introduced to steroids. I mean, steroids was when the gyms that
McGuire,
you work at,
steroids,
back
McGuire.
back in the day, that was just
Introduced.
that was it. It was readily available. I believe it was the winter of '89 into '90. I was given a couple weeks worth, tried it. Never thought anything of it. Just moved on from it. But
I never thought
as far as using it on a consistent basis was the winter of '93 into '94.
So
That's it, huh?
So yeah, that was
That's all he's fessing up to?
so far. Yeah.
Come on now.
Kent, the movie guy, writes. I guess we got instant feedback. I don't know what's going on with it.
Oh, I know. I just got a check that I had to sign and send out.
Don't send another check out to these
Someone
guys.
sent me, Bob sent me a check, and I'm supposed to sign it and send it out.
You didn't sign it, right?
Fuck no!
Because I already sent one out.
Here's what I did with that. Through the shredder.
Yeah, because enough is enough. We gotta kind of.
That's enough! That's enough!
Enough is enough.
Exactly.
The company will be paying for instant feedback. I insist. But until then, I think we're paid up, so I think you could use instant feedback. Kent, the movie guy, writes, Bob Costas tries to make everything a sports classic. Not every sports event is fucking Field of Dreams or The Natural.
There you go.
That's a good way to look at it.
Very good.
That's a good way to look at it.
Look, he puts in a movie references.
Of course. Well,
Of course he does.
But that's a great way to look at it.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, you're seeing a moment, and then you as the sportscaster, like a Bob Costas, then go with it.
The fucking, those pieces where it starts just, and the camera pans down from the sky
On a cold
to the
winter
field.
morning
Yeah.
in Saskatchewan, Canada.
Many people say a field of dreams. This is a field of dreams. A dream that came true for
McGuire continues.
You must genuinely regret not just the fact that you've been in virtual exile for a while, you got only 23% of the Hall of Fame vote, but what you're sitting here telling me is that you could have done essentially what you did without ever touching performance-enhancing drugs.
Yeah.
That's your belief.
That's why it's the most regrettable thing I've ever done in my life.
Did Tony La Russa know?
I got to stop this. It's real easy to say that you could have done exactly what you did without the steroids, but you don't know for sure because you were on the steroids.
Yeah.
Anyone could say that.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, he hit 65 and 70 home runs back-to-back seasons. He wasn't even close to that prior to the steroid
And look
use.
at pictures of him. He was a skinny little guy as a rookie, and then he was jacked.
Dude, he went...
Arms like fucking holiday hams.
He went 22 homers, 42 homers in pretty much complete seasons. Then he was hurt, so he went 9 home runs in 93, 9 home runs in 94. So those were the hurt years. And then he started doing the steroids. He pops up to 39, 52, 58.
Come on.
Then he played partial seasons and went 34, 24 in home runs, and then had the big 70 home run season, 65 home run season late in his career.
He'd have done that. Though.
No fucking way.
He'd have done it without anything. Without a bat, I hear.
No
he could have
fucking
done it without
way.
a bat. Just swinging his hand.
Right.
And smacking it like a handball.
Let's just put it this way. Before the season where he hit 70, And he admitted to steroids. So we got to say he didn't use steroids probably before 93, right? So the best home run production he had before steroids was 49 home runs.
Now, was he lying in front of Congress that time?
Yeah, he said that.
So isn't that no? Travis, do you have some information on this?
Well, not necessarily. He wanted to admit more than he did, but he was scared.
You could tell he was shaking and
He was scared.
He was a quivering ass in front of Congress. But wasn't that like
no, because
perjury?
he said I'm not here to talk about the past.
Right.
So apparently, when he met with congressmen before that, he admitted to everything. But
and said I ain't getting out there and fucking going on the record with this.
He said that he was afraid of legal troubles and then dragging his family and his friends into it. So he took the hit and said, I'm not here to talk about the past.
I'm not here to talk about the past. Hey, Mark, that's what everyone's here to talk about.
Yeah, that's the only reason we're sitting here.
Yeah.
Right.
And can you sit with all the needles that have been poked into your fucking hiney, into your coolie?
Let's go to John in New Jersey. John?
Hi, John.
Hi, John. Hey, what about Barry Bonds going from 160 pounds to over 200 jack and 70 home runs a year?
That was just his head, though.
Steroids.
Dude, I mean, there's a whole list of these guys that realized, oh my God, I got a good skill set. I take the steroids. I'm going to be even better. And they all jumped on board because they had a lot to lose. They saw their peers doing it, and they see their contracts running out, and they know if they could get their numbers up, they're going to get a massive contract. There was a lot of peer pressure there, too.
All right, let's start thinking about this. What do you think? You see Mark McGwire coming out of saying he did the steroids, and then he's done not many consequences. Do you think you see a lot more ball players that have done the steroids coming out and admitted to it?
I don't know, dog.
Hey, punch it out, guys. Good show.
All right, thank you, sir.
Honestly, though, do you think you see, depending on what happens to McGwire,
right? He wasn't the first.
Yeah, but he is the highest profile motherfucker to come out and say he did steroids.
Bonds is right up there.
You know what, though?
Bonds and that big steroid head of his.
Bonds is going to be the last person to ever
He'll be the last person to admit to it. You're right.
Oh, yeah, he'll never admit to it.
Dude, McGwire, remember that time. The Sosa-McGwire battle.
That was an amazing
brought baseball back from the strike bullshit.
Yep.
And it was huge. Him admitting to steroids, I think, is the biggest baseball player to admit to steroid use.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, of course.
And now, depending on how the public perceives this, sports writers, everybody else, do you think you see other ball players starting to come out and go, yeah, I did it too, all right? Or do you think they keep their yaps shut?
They'll probably keep their yaps shut.
You think?
They want people just to think they were just great without any juice.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then you're basically admitting you're flawed and you cheated. And
it's so ridiculous to deny it now, though.
I think you try to hide as best you can.
You see, there's pictures of them. There's statistics. There's shit. It's like, look, you're a monster.
Right.
And then you retired and you turned into, the guy next door that just mows his lawn.
Right. Let's go back to... okay, so where we were, Mark McGwire said that he could have done exactly what he did without the steroids, but that's a stupid statement because, we don't have that to compare to what he did.
He did steroids because Sosa said so.
Regrettable thing I've ever done in my life.
Did Tony La Russa know, either in Oakland or in St. Louis, that you were involved with steroids?
No. He found out this morning.
Ooh. That's a lie, too, by the way. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
You think he's still just lying?
Tony La Russa, he's a smart man. These guys know. Come on.
Yeah,
the
they
managers know. They hear the whispering and they hear the, what the hell was that? Or
maybe they didn't confront him. You turn the blind eye.
Right. All of a sudden, the physician comes to Tony La Russa with all the stats of the players and go, well, Mark McGwire, he's gained 40 pounds in the offseason, and it's all muscle, sir.
It's all in his fucking arms.
Here you go. It's all down here in my report.
Yeah.
I don't think Tony La Russa is looking at reports and
I'm
stats.
not going to look at that. So could you just put it in my drawer and leave it there?
So good news.
His arm.
Good news. Mark McGuire's body fat is down to less than 1%. He gained 45 pounds of muscle.
These motherfuckers were skinny little bastards. Danny's going through a montage of pictures. I mean, look at that.
And what you almost forget when you see the before and after of Bonds and McGuire, you almost think you're looking at a high school picture when they were playing high school baseball. And if you didn't see the A's uniform, you wouldn't know any better.
Yeah.
They were already in the major leagues.
Already.
As thin guys. And then monsters a mere few years later.
And then just fucking huge arms.
Fucking LaRusso.
Home run hitting arms.
Really? LaRusso wasn't in the locker room when McGuire took his shirt off? Really?
Never saw that.
And went, wow, I don't remember that fucking body a few years ago.
He had little stick arms.
Come on. LaRusso knew.
Oh, my God.
Everybody knows. Everyone talks. They spend almost a year together.
Well, that's the big sports story today.
Year. Well, it continues.
You were involved with steroids?
No. He found out this morning.
Liar. Liar.
That
was a hard call.
Yeah, he's been one of your biggest supporters, even to the point where some people were skeptical about him saying, you know what, Mark worked hard, he did it legitimately. Did you feel as if you let him down?
He's like talking to my dad. Yeah, I've let a lot of people down. It doesn't feel good.
Hi. So you lied to your dad. What can I tell you?
I came from a small town with 2 skinny arms. I did steroids. I was able to hit home runs better than anybody. That's terrible listening to him fucking.
Not at all.
Stop whining.
It's not terrible if you got to see how he lives his life. You wouldn't think it's terrible. If he thinks it's so terrible and it was bad, then give all the money back.
But you just kind of, I think you look silly once you get
trust
off
me, I don't
the,
want to give the money back or any of that. I don't give a shit in the end. I do give a shit that they're flat out lying to us.
Do you think you just look silly though? Like, because he was so fucking big from the roids, and then you just stop and you turn up later in court or in front of Congress, and then you just look like like the first thing I thought was, what's that, pancreatic? What does he got?
Yeah, sure. And Tony La Russa didn't see the body change after he retired?
Yeah.
And still wasn't thinking, wait a minute, there's something here with the steroid thing?
Exactly.
That everyone else was whispering about?
He's playing catch with his kid. He can't get it to him. He's rolling into his son's glove.
The phone's lit. My
Damn.
God. Let's go to St. Louis. Let's say hi to Jim. Hey, Jim.
Hey, guys, I just had a couple of things to say. The first thing is, McGuire's going to be the hitting coach on opening day, but a crazy thing is that La Russa gave an interview, and he said that he would take McGuire, and when the rosters expand in September, potentially use him as a pinch hitter. Now, it sounded crazy, but I think Tony, because he has that father-son relationship with him, wants to... if he uses McGuire as a pinch hitter, it'll automatically freeze his Hall of Fame ballot for 5 years. So that was the first thing I found interesting. Maybe something would come out. But basically, I just wanted to say that even though I thought it was completely fucking insane that he said that he didn't think the steroids helped him hit all those home runs, I forgive him. St. Louis still loves him, and they're going to give him a standing ovation on opening day. Hopefully, he can help out.
Hell yeah!
And you guys, and you should. What the hell?
Listen, guys, it's hard to explain to somebody who's not a Cardinal fan, but I was there when he hit the goddamn home run that broke the record. I saw him jump into the stands. I was a little kid, and it was like looking at a god, man. And I tell you, when I saw him on the TV last night, I'll probably be cracking jokes about it at the bar tonight. I was misty. It fucked me up.
Well, he's your boy, We watched McGuire from afar here in New York. Dude, he's not our boy.
I think La Russa knew.
Of course, he had to.
When that motherfucker came up to bat, everyone was looking. When he swung, and you just watched the entire stands light up with flashes from cameras. That shit was an amazing time for baseball. Mm-hmm. And I really could give a flying fuck what he was taking. It worked. It made for great baseball. the Maguire-Sosa rivalry that was going on. It was exciting. Like I said, when he stepped up to bat, you paid attention. You were watching. So I don't give a shit what he was taking. It worked. It worked for baseball. It worked for him. Fuck it.
We're just going over the audio today, and it's obvious there's some half-truths in here. That's all.
Yeah.
That's
Can I just say one more thing?
It's not a line sack of shit, but...
Yeah. Yes, Jim.
I think that you guys are giving Bob Costas maybe too hard of a time, you know?
I don't like him.
Hey, Mr. Like Everybody.
Oh, wait, Bob.
Well, no, I don't like everybody. It just seems like I've met the guy in person, and his passion for the game is just infectious, and I think he doesn't realize he's an unintentional douchebag sometimes, but really, the sport's better off with him than without it. I really think so.
But the problem is, Jim, didn't he do some time in St. Louis?
Oh, well, absolutely. But you know what? I've always considered him a New York boy. Nobody considers him a St. Louisan. I mean, we don't even fucking like Joe Buck here.
No one really likes Joe Buck that much.
What's that about? I like the Joe Buck.
Joe
Do you
Buck's
like
an
Joe
ass.
Buck?
Yeah, I don't mind the Joe Buck.
Oh, man, he's a major drop-off after his old man. His father was a class.
I'm not saying he's as good as the old man, but I don't mind the Joe Buck.
Yeah, I mean, I just don't like how he thinks he's a fucking comedian. I mean, it was pretty good when Artie was ripping him apart, man.
I like doing the name game with his last name.
Joe
Buck,
Schmuck.
Buck, Bo, Buck, Bo, Nana, Fana, Fo, Oops.
All right, Jim, enough of you.
Thank you.
All right, good job.
Enough of you. Thank you.
Mike in New Orleans.
He concurred.
Hey, good morning, fellas. How y'all doing?
Hey, man.
I'm hoping your Saints drop out soon.
Oh, gee. Well, fuck you, too.
Well, I got my Jets still in this thing.
Well, that's all right. I think they blew their wad last week, guys. So we'll see what happens Saturday.
Jets are favored, my friend.
Look,
Jets are
I got
favored.
some things.
What?
My first thing is, you fellas talking about Joe Buck. Joe Buck is kind of like the Ryan Seacrest of the sportscasters. And my second thing is with Mark McGwire, I always thought it was a catch-22 with him. He started taking the roids because it was the injuries, and it pretty much furthered his career. But at the end, his knees were so fucked up from taking the roids, that's what ended his career. So, it was a catch-22 for him.
You think?
I always did like him.
Wait. Slow down. You really think the steroids were the reason why his knees went bad at the end, or the fact that he was at the end of his career?
He was getting towards the end of the career, but I think the steroids messed up the joints so bad. I mean, you look.
Then he should have taken more steroids to fix the joints.
More roids. Inject it right into the knees. That's what you do.
I mean,
Fix that shit.
It's probably going to be like one of those professional wrestlers that took so much juice over the years. Was it Lex Luger, one of them? I read an article about him. He walks with a cane now, that poor man.
Yeah, we were talking about him yesterday.
McGwire has to worry about the long-term effects of juicing like that. I mean, the guy's got to worry if a blood vessel's going to bust or if he's going to fucking just, keel over or end up with some kind of bizarre cancer or some shit.
Yeah, well.
Yeah. That's just what I think would happen. I mean, look, I'm like you, Anthony, and Opie. I mean, that
No,
year,
you're not.
98.
We're funny. You suck.
It was, oh, gee, thank you. No, 98 was fucking awesome watching that,
It was. It was great.
Yeah, if you're a sports
He
fan,
really-
you really can't argue that point. It was a great year.
Yeah, he and Sammy Sosa alone, they brought baseball back because, I mean,
Yep.
it was a fucking sport that was dying on
No one was watching. I mean, it sucked. Really did.
All right, Mikey, thank you. I want to give everyone else
All right, guys.
a turn
Love the
here.
show.
Thank you. We got a lot of people wanting in on this one. Dave in Florida. What's up, Dave?
Hey guys, I got a totally different view on the steroids, man. I think it should be mandatory in all professional sports.
Ooh.
I don't want to see little guys like me and you two out there in a football field tapping shoulders. I want to see monsters out there. I'm paying $150 to take me and my kid to a football game. I want to see some animals out there killing each other.
Be the best you can be.
Yeah, you want a
Right?
head to pop off or
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
I mean, I'm so with you because it is expensive to take people to a sporting event now. So I want all these guys on steroids. You're right, man. You're
That's part of their
absolutely right.
job.
And where does it stop? Like if they eat properly and work out like a motherfucker, they're going to get huge. So what do you curb that?
Dude, I've been
the express lane.
I've been around gyms my entire life, and you see the guys that, well, why don't you just keep talking about your stupid frozen oranges in Florida, and I'll shut the fuck up.
Frozen oranges. How are your fucking oranges encased in ice?
They're fucking frozen solid, man. So are my balls.
Talk about your frozen oranges.
I'm in the Keys, and it's 45 freaking degrees.
Well, good for you, you queer.
Well, whoopity-doo. You and your fucking icy oranges.
You and your icy oranges and your stupid fucking underwater motel could go fuck themselves. Thank you, Dave. You made
frozen tropical fish.
You made a good point, but I was just trying to maybe have a conversation with my pal.
Elaboration.
Thank you, Dave. All right, man. I don't even remember what I was saying.
I don't know.
I've been around gyms my entire life, and you see the guys that do exactly what you say. They eat right.
Yeah.
Take a few vitamins maybe and work out. And then you see the guy cheating and fucking popping his ass with some steroids, and he's a monster within a couple months.
Yep.
There's a million guys out there right now that have seen the same exact shit in gyms across America.
Yeah. Giant, veiny, fucking...
Dude, it's an easy pass.
Cow leg arms.
Whatever you call it in your state, up here it's the easy pass. It's the easy pass to looking like a monster.
But there are consequences.
Of course. What is it? Oh, this is a very good question coming in. A little old school right here. Charlie on Long Island. Charlie.
Morning, boys. How are you?
What's up, Charlie?
Hey, Charlie.
Anthony, can you ask your good friend Don West, what's the impact on McGuire rookie cards?
That's a very good question today, considering that McGuire is now admitting he did the steroids.
Gonna be even bigger collector's items. Gonna be bigger collector's items. Actually, what we're doing, fuck the rookie cards. We're taking the last season he played card. The last season. Poking holes through his eyes, and in the back putting a wet towel so he cries. A crying McGuire card. Crying McGuire card. Crying McGuire cards.
I hear you open up the packaging and it's already just wet.
It's all wet from the bubble gum's already gobby and wet. 'Cause of his salty tears. Salty tears. Poor fuck.
What do you mean, poor fuck?
I was done. Before everyone was back on the air, that fucking asshole.
Before everyone says that poor fuck Mark McGuire, I want to see what kind of car he's driving.
I'm sure
I
he's doing very well
of
for himself.
House he's
but
fucking living in.
Materialistic things aren't always the end-all, be-all of everything. He's probably very upset about what he's done.
Really?
The fact that he probably will not get into the Hall of Fame, and he's pretty much a disgraced superstar.
But I think the only reason he's doing all this is to try to get into the Hall of Fame because
you think?
Well, when was he eligible?
He's been on 3 ballots.
Yeah,
now,
there
so
you go.
He's got 12 left.
Yeah, but 25% or
There's
something.
no way this is going to make him.
But I'm just saying, it wasn't looking good, so he's trying anything. This is a Hail Mary going, well, maybe if I admit all this and come clean, then maybe they'll understand that this was the era of baseball.
I think this was more about him being the hitting coach for the Cardinals, and it was going to come up.
Yeah, it was going to come up.
That could be it, too.
He'd be better off just shutting his mouth about the Hall of Fame. I think he's written off the Hall of Fame.
All this does is make the sports writers say, see, we were right.
Yeah, we were right.
You know what, though? Baseball could go fuck themselves. Because everyone knows McGuire and Sosa, like Ant was saying a little while ago, brought everyone back to baseball.
Yeah.
So if there wasn't a McGuire-Sosa thing happening, guess what? Baseball was going to have a real tough time for many years to come.
Certainly was.
So baseball, go fuck yourselves.
Yeah,
Look the other way and then put this boy in the Hall of Fame.
Praise them and their juicy juice fucking needles in their ass.
Hell yeah, it brought everyone back.
Of course it did.
People started spending money on Major League Baseball.
And the ass is in the seats.
All right, let me say hi to Jimmy in New Jersey. Jimmy.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
Hey, brother.
I used to go to Three Rivers all the time and watch the Pirates as a kid. Barry Bonds, I know you can look at pictures and say, wow, look how skinny he was compared to now, but there's guys like Barry, he was a leadoff hitter in Pittsburgh. He used to jack so many home runs, they had to move him further down in the lineup because he was hitting leadoff home runs all the time. And then, and if anybody works out 6 days a week and eats right, you can get jacked up. These guys are already monsters. They're 6'2", 6'3", 230 pounds. You put on 15 pounds of muscle and you're going to look like a monster. I'm not saying they didn't do steroids,
but it's possible to actually get big like that
possible,
throughout
but
20 years.
They take the shortcut.
Yeah, but Jimmy, the point I guess we were making earlier is when you see the pictures of Barry Bonds before, quote, the steroids, you're looking at a very different human being. And he's in the major leagues. You're not looking at his high school picture.
Yeah.
You know, most of these athletes are what they're going to be when they hit the majors. After all those years of working hard as a kid, through high school, through college.
Like I said, I'm not saying they didn't do steroids, and I agree his head is enormous right now. But like I said, they were jacking homers when he was, looking like a skinny dude.
Dude, I don't blame any of these guys. It was the culture of the sport. They saw everybody doing it. I don't know who was the first to bring it into the game, but I don't blame these guys.
I thought Andy Pettitte was the most honest when he said that he just wanted to try to come back, and I think a lot of these guys wanted to also, even though it did help him work out and stay and, get a little bit thicker. But
his arm was hurting. He had to do some roids.
Little roids.
Andy Pettitte, don't you yell at him.
All right, punch on.
Thank you, sir. What else?
They fucking fall apart though after they're done.
Well,
when they get off the roids.
With that said, this is a perfect call for them.
God damn.
Dan in Canada. Dan.
Hey. Yeah, there was a study done about 10 years ago that asked over 100 Olympic athletes if they could take a drug that would guarantee them an Olympic medal, but they died in 5 years. 82% said they would.
Oh yeah, you got to get that medal.
See, there's your.
So I mean, Ben Johnson's either packing groceries or he's winning a gold medal and collecting $100,000, $200,000 a year. So
Yeah,
good old Ben
Johnson.
Johnson.
Judge the guy.
Whatever happened to Ben Johnson?
He raced a horse and a racing car about 5 years ago at a raceway.
You can't beat a racing car, and you can't beat a horse. That's just stupid.
He came third.
They start him out at different lengths, and
That's just so.
and it's real close. It's real close, but
So dumb.
They start the horse out like 2 feet from the finish line, and the car is a mile back. And
They hit the horse's toes with a mallet before he starts running.
Stop it.
Fuck up the horse.
Stop it.
Enough. We're lame when it comes to animals.
We need machines.
The whole world talks about Michael Phelps, but put him in a fucking pool with a dolphin.
A dolphin, yeah. Watch him look like an asshole.
Right, it's not even close.
No.
Dolphin could smoke pot too. Who cares? He'll still beat Michael Phelps.
Just blow fucking a bong right down the blowhole.
Right.
Get him all stoned, and he'll still kick his ass.
Who's that new guy? Uwe Bolt or whatever?
Oh, yeah?
The sprinter from Jamaica? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get a cheetah. Get a greyhound dog.
Yeah. I'm going after
He's
him.
nothing.
Look at fucking Giambi. What happened to him after he got off the juice?
He got thin?
It was like, yeah, and he just sucked. He was injured all the time. Fucks you up. You can't do anything that you could have done while you were on the roids.
Right. By the way, Stephen S. from Bayshore, I know horses don't have toes. I just thought it might sound funnier. It's
funny.
I was trying to go for the funny.
What is it, a paw? It's called a paw? Hoof.
A hoof.
A hoof.
Here's part
It's a sin, Ma. It's a sin.
Here's part 3 of the McGuire thing.
Does today feel better in some sense because at least you're on Birdman?
Goodness gracious! Of all the dramatic things I've ever seen, down goes Frazier! Down goes Frazier!
Go home and get your fucking shine box.
Does today feel better in some sense because at least you're unburdening yourself?
I don't know. I mean, it's just, all I want to do is come clean. I've been wanting to come clean ever since 2005. And, I didn't know where, when, or how. Just been holding this in.
Why did you testify as you did before Congress in 05?
Let me take you back to that time.
All right. By the way, are you okay to continue? I know you're getting emotional here.
That's fine.
Okay, because we'll stop if we have to and take a break and come.
What the fuck is that about?
Fuck you, Costas.
He's acknowledging it. That's all he's doing right there. Is just acknowledging, like, hey, look what I did.
Dude,
you got him all fucking weepy.
At another point, they actually did take a break because...
Did they?
Yeah, because he got really weepy talking about
It just got really weepy.
That's when you turn the screws, man.
Yeah, you don't tell him to take
when
a
you
break.
see him blubber and you're like, this is really...
Then you start going, what if you said to your son,
Right.
your son
Of
who
course you turn
ran
it up.
ran out to you when you broke that record?
Right.
Did you look him in the eyes knowing that you were tainted and said, my boy!
No,
Yeah, turn the screws.
That's when you turn it up when you see someone's blubbering.
Yes.
What would your father think?
What would he think?
What would he think at this
problem
at this moment right now? If he knew that his son did steroids.
What the hell's going on with her?
Steroids. What?
I'm just looking at a picture of fucking Kirsten Dunst.
What are you talking about? She looks great.
Are her teeth knocked out or something?
That's a nice look, man. Is that the new Hollywood look?
No, she's always been a little snaggly.
She got the snaggle tooth
Yeah,
thing.
she's always snaggly.
What's in the middle of the teeth,
It's kind
though?
of cute, but in that picture, it looks like her front teeth are knocked out. She's not smiling enough, I think, to show the.
What? She's got a lot of upper
the
gums or something.
snaggly front teeth.
Where's the two front teeth?
Yeah.
They're there. They're just the ones next to him always just kind of poke out.
Any more pictures?
Oh yeah, there's tons
Scroll
of snaggletooth
down.
pictures. Hang on.
I mean, no, nothing down.
Nothing on that batch.
Kirsten Dunst snaggle tooth. Okay.
Will it come up? Oh my god!
All right. Let's see.
Why don't you get them fixed, man?
It's kind of cute on her.
But the Hollywood girls, they get the fake teeth.
Wow, what is that?
Oh, Jesus.
She got that Jewel thing going on. Jewel fixed them, didn't she?
I don't remember.
God, what? Show the one where she's just smiling.
Like this one right here?
No, down below.
No, down right there.
Right, yeah.
Let me see that fucker. See, that don't look bad. How is
the one's poking out a little bit.
That's all
It
right.
almost looks like the front teeth go in a little.
Go in, and the
other ones go out a little.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of chicks that got that fucking, the front teeth, they go in towards the mouth, and then the other ones come out. Gives you a little snaggle-toothy thing. Kirsten Dunst teeth. Hysterical. God damn. Who else has that? That fucking... I was just creaming over Avril Lavigne the other night. I couldn't get enough of her. I was just looking at pictures of her.
Avril Lavigne?
Yeah,
for real?
dude, there's something just really hot about her. Her slutty eyes.
You have
her fucking like slut look. Look at that fucking picture right there.
You definitely have a particular look.
Look
yeah,
at that.
Yeah, obviously that's hot as
That's fucking
hot as all hell.
There's something about that bitch. Her and her fucking smoky eyes.
You like the smoky eyes?
Yeah, I like them slut eyes.
You like that smoky
Wake up in the
eyes?
morning, half that shit's on your pillow. It's great. It's all dripping down her face. She looks like Alice Cooper.
Just got to throw the pillow away.
Yes.
After the weekend's over.
Love it.
Let's say hi to Larry King. Larry!
Oh, look at that.
Mark, how important is the bat?
Well, that's a question, Larry.
Yes.
Is Mark McGuire now going to go on Larry King?
Larry! Oh. Yeah, see?
I don't know, man.
I like her. Come on.
I don't know, man.
It's a little familiar in that picture.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Are you okay to continue? I know you're getting
Oh, yeah.
emotional.
No, that's fine.
Okay, because we'll stop if we have to and take a break and come back. But go ahead.
So 2005, good subpoena to go back to testify. Flying back there, I was ready, willing, and prepared to talk about this. I wanted to talk about this. I wanted to get this off my chest.
You would have said then what you've essentially said today.
Absolutely. I wish it never came into my life, but we're sitting here talking about it. And I'm so sorry that I have to. And I apologize to everybody in Major League Baseball.
Wobble doodle.
My family, the Marises, but Selig.
But Selig.
Today was the hardest day of my life.
Yeah, come on.
Babe Ruth.
Come on.
The Mick.
Maybe the Maris family, because they've had a rough one.
Yeah. Well, you think they were watching going, you fucking steroided motherfucker.
You fucked our dad.
Oh. He wasn't taking no dope.
He was probably taking something else, though. They always found
booze.
They always
Yeah,
found
just did
something.
shots. Maybe a little speed.
But that's the argument they always use. These athletes always found a little something that helped them out.
Yeah.
To this day, they're trying to find something.
That's what they did.
People are taking supplements thinking they're legal, and then, another year or two, they'll find out that particular supplement's not legal anymore. They're always looking for a little juice.
Little edge.
I'd love to know what Babe Ruth was on, though. Not a hint of a muscle on that guy's body.
No, he had no muscle or anything. It was all
and
booze
he hit more home runs than entire teams.
Booze and broads.
What the hell was he doing?
Yeah, because the pitchers were pretty much underhanding the ball to him.
Just to him, though?
No, to everybody.
Then why was he hitting more home runs than entire teams?
Because he was a big fat fuck who had a lot of momentum behind him, and he got good hand-eye coordination, I guess.
Why doesn't anyone question that one?
Wow, you're going to go back, exhume his body,
Babe
and
Ruth,
see if he's got roids in it.
You can look it up. Was hitting more home runs than entire teams.
Yeah.
What the fuck did he discover?
I think he was just that good.
An athlete that much better than everybody else?
Back then, what
it does happen
have?
from time to time. I agree, but...
He was drinking Moxie. We found out the Babe was drinking Moxie.
He probably was doing steroids. He didn't even know
it. He was eating African Yohimbe Bach.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? What did they have?
But that's suspicious.
Didn't have anything.
One guy hitting more home runs than an entire team.
Yeah.
That's very suspicious, no?
But he ran in fast motion.
That's true. He did have the fast motion running
Every
thing
film
going
I've
for him.
seen of him, he's fat, but he runs in fast motion.
Why can't they just slow down the goddamn tape?
I don't know why they don't.
It is
do
the
that.
digital age. You just slow down the stupid tape.
Just looks silly now.
You watch a game in 5 minutes. That's pretty good. Baseball should institute a designated juicer. Have one special guy on each team do roids.
Oh, that'd be great, man.
Hey, Evan, I just did your phone call for you. I just want to acknowledge that's a great little thought right there.
Is this the Babe?
You can take hockey rules, too. There'll be no more bench clearings, all right? One guy gets plunked, you send your juicer out, they send their juicer out, they drop the mitt. They get it going on. You can't get the genie back in the bottle. It's perfect.
I kind of like it. One juicer for each team. Thank you, Evan.
There goes the Babe. Rounding the bases. Yes, Babe Ruth. Another home run for the Babe. As he rounds third, headed for home, he tips his hat to the crowd. And drinks another Moxie and smokes a lucky strike. And, of course, says derogatory things about Negroes.
Right. Well,
as he gets a blowjob in the dugout. What a womanizer. Hubba, hubba, Babe.
While Negroes were playing, like, in the middle of the woods somewhere. And had way better skills than Babe Ruth ever had.
A Negro will never beat a white man in baseball.
Right.
Not the Sultan of SWAT, Babe Ruth. There he is.
Not one Negro in the stands, not one Negro on the field as Babe Ruth is running fast motion around the base.
Hitting another home run and running in fast motion. There's the crowd all in top hats and suits, waving on the Babe. There we go. Uh-oh, a Negro's in the stands. How did he get here?
We'll take care of that.
I hope he's using the proper drinking fountain.
Stupid Babe Ruth.
Yeah, he is with his big fat gut.
How much fatter he is than everybody
He's
else.
just a big pig. We're just looking at old films of the Babe, the Bambino.
I think he's only like 28 there, too.
There he is, at the plate, swinging away. Oh, he takes time out to puff another cigarette.
He had a big dumper, didn't he?
Oh, he's a fat fuck. He's pulling his
Big
pants up.
fat dumper.
He had to pull his pants up as he's batting. And there he goes, spinning around. Missed again. Another strike. The count full on the Babe. The pitch. And there it goes. The fat fuck running, waddling to first.
Oh, my God.
Look how he runs.
How the fuck
Could
was
you
he the
imagine
best
that
player?
motherfucker having to slide into a base?
How the fuck was he the best player in baseball?
He's winded taking his hat off. There he goes.
That's a Babe Ruth versus Walter Johnson.
Yes, time for another lucky strike. Mild on the throat. Right, Babe?
It's absolutely correct. It's mild on the throat.
That's right. They'll cut your larynx out.
Even young Babe. It's a little paunchy.
Young Babe is all fat.
He had the beginning of his paunch as a young player.
He didn't give a shit. He's hitting the ball like a motherfucker.
What a weird swing he had,
Yes.
too, man. It was like effortless, right?
The stadium, just lobbing bats around. The ump is dressed in a suit with like barely a pad in front of him.
As you look at all those people in the stands, know this: every single one of them is dead.
They're all dead.
Every single one of them.
They look the same. They're all wearing fedoras.
Yeah.
They're all in white shirts, a tie, and like a sports jacket. The Babe, did you see that hit? That thing was so out. And he ran into it to hit the ball. There he goes, running in fast motion. Oh, my God, look at the Babe go. It's amazing.
In fast motion, he runs like a normal player does.
Look at him go. He's on his bicycle here. Oh, he ran into first, and he's out.
Face first into home plate.
That had to hurt. My God. I didn't think I'd see that. I'd sooner think I'd see a woman voting before I see him tagged out at home plate. Everyone knows a broad's not smart enough to vote.
He had to be on something. Come on. What was the Babe
fucking
on?
roast beef sandwiches, that fat bastard. Oh, they wore straw hats to the ball game. Look at all those straw hats.
What the hell was that about?
They look silly.
They look uncomfortable.
Now they'd be winging him onto the field. Just go dressed like that one day. See how much fun you get made. Look at that asshole.
You should join me in Central Park in the summer when they go old school.
Oh, what? With the big fucking bicycle wheel with the little
there's
rear
like-
one?
There's I think I've talked about it on the air. There's like baseball leagues, but they're purists, and they pick a time period like 1820 to 1825.
Are you out of your mind?
And then they have a whole league that revolves around that era of baseball.
And they dress like that.
and whatever the rules were for I'm just going with the year 1825, whatever. That's the rules they play by, and their girlfriends show up at these games in Central Park dressed like the girls would have in 1825.
Are there colored people?
Hell fucking no. No, actually there are, which makes it kind of funny.
That's silly.
And then they got the girls got the weird, awful umbrellas and all that shit.
Oh, yeah.
And then they play. I saw one where they weren't using mitts, and I asked somebody, like, well, this year, whatever it was, they still did not invent the mitts yet.
Yeah, but be
Or
the guy
gloves,
that
whatever.
invented it then.
No shit.
Go, just stand there in the field and go, well, I'm inventing a mitt.
Right. But it's a whole thing, man. It's
silly.
It's a whole society, and they travel to other parts of the East Coast to play other teams that are into the exact era of baseball.
Oh, the
whatever
20s.
year they pick.
The era of the flapper.
Mm-hmm.
Let's look at vintage porn, Danny. That's funny. Let's look at some big bushes.
Yeah, let's do some vintage porn.
Vintage
What do you
porn
got
is
for me?
hysterical.
What do you got?
Look at that.
Jesus.
That guy's nuts are brown.
What position is that?
What happened?
And is that a baby's leg?
Feet are all dirty. God, that's just awful.
Yeah, why are their feet dirty?
Because they didn't know how to do porn back then. They were just stupid. People were dumb back then. Well, she wasn't shaved. No way.
That's not vintage porn. Now we need to go back further. What's that doggy style? What the? Wait, go second one in.
Oh, that's old. That's Little House on the Prairie stuff.
Holy shit. Vintage porn with a strap on?
Wow.
Look at that.
That was like the first one. Made of wood.
Look at
Wonderful.
Who's getting
Look at the first one getting blown.
Yeah, I want to see the one getting face fucked. Vintage porn, the first one.
Oh, that's good. Vintage porn.
Jesus.
Look at her. There she is. America's sweetheart, Mary Pickford, getting a big cock in her mouth. Yes.
What do? You just type in vintage porn in Google?
Vintage porn.
Vintage porn, 1920s porn. You'll find it. That's all there.
Yeah, I know. I try to make it easy for the real dummies out there.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's Charlie Chaplin. Face fucking America's sweetheart. Look at Buster Crab. Ass fucking one of our Miss Crabtrees from the Little Rascals. Look at that.
Vintage cuties.
That's great, man. Come on. They were a little Rubenesque back then. A little hippie, a little fucking...
That was the look.
Paunch, big ass bush.
Hey, that's not bad.
There you go. That's all right. Look at that vintage pawn. Oh, yeah, just taking a tire off a Model T with the fucking panties showing.
You know what she's into.
That's hot.
You know what she's into. She's working on cars.
Show torpedo tits. They all had torpedo tits back then, too, if they had big tits. They were all just like silos. Blowjob, anyone?
Do it for the war effort.
Yes, the war effort. Remember, ladies.
Do it for Uncle Sam.
These men might not be coming back from war. They need blowjobs. Blowjobs will defeat Hitler and his Nazi menace.
All right, well, you go check out Vintage Porn as we take a break here. You guys do that out there in Radio Land.
Oops, here comes Fatty Arbuckle and his Coke bottle. Watch it, ladies.
Watch out for Fatty. When we get back, remember yesterday we had Kenny, we had the raw audio of Fireflies that he was singing?
Yeah.
By a band called Owl City, I believe.
That was fantastic.
Well, we got the final product.
Yeah.
In our hands, and we're going to play it after the break.
Produced
very well.
Yes, it is.
Club Soda Kenny with a little auto-tuning. You really should stick around
How
for that.
could you lose?
You should stick around for that. Also, late night, just getting ugly. Conan and Leno. Now, basically, now they hate each other.
Now they're just telling jokes back and forth.
Yeah, so we got their monologues from last night. They're really good. Letterman's monologue, because he's just sitting back enjoying all the NBC fuck-ups. And other things. What else is going on today?
Other things.
Oh, Sarah Palin signing with Fox. All right, we'll get into other stuff. Stay there. Opie and Anthony. Checking out the Opie and Anthony show. Don't forget, William Shatner will be here within the hour. He's got his new show, second season of his new show, Raw Nerve. 10 p.m. on the Bio channel every Tuesday night.
Let me look at his bio here. Yeah. He's interviewed quite a few people. Dramatic reading of Sarah Palin's book on Conan.
Yeah, we never got to that audio. I remember the day we had that, and we were too busy to throw it on the air. Maybe we'll throw it on going into break just to set up for the William Shatner interview.
He's going to guest host on WWE.
Oh, boy. That's smart on WWE's part to get all the celebrities to host the show. Tyson was last night, I guess?
Yeah.
I did not see that.
All right, I know that.
Hey, Anthony, for a couple days I've been trying to explain this Bob Costas thing and why he really, really bothers me. And the best I could come up with is that he tries to force moments.
Yeah.
When the event you're about to see on TV is already pretty damn cool. Like the Winter Classic is a good example, but then he has to force the moments with the pre-made packages.
Yeah, the pre-recorded
packages. Talks about how people used to play hockey in the Charles River, and now they're playing at Fenway, and blah, blah, blah.
It's
blah,
done
blah,
with
blah,
a lot
blah.
of dramatic film work.
Right.
And dramatic
music.
Over-the-top dialogue. Yeah, music. And it's written very hokey and trying so hard to be profound.
Well, he's known for the pre-recorded packages to try to force the moment down your throat, and that's why I don't like Bob Costas. And Colin from Atlanta, thank you so much, sir. He sent us a clip. It's on YouTube. This goes back to 93. It was when Florida State played Notre Dame. Florida State was number 1. Notre Dame was number 2. You don't need to push a moment. That is a huge college football game. Huge. And this is what Bob Costas did, and it just hammers my point home. Listen to this.
When summer is finally forgotten, as daylight dwindles sooner each day, look around the corner. Just beyond Main Street. Chances are, there's a game in a backyard. Children in the midst of imagining.
Oh, Uncle Paul.
Some with a notion. Innocent, but powerful. You eagerly followed your team, listening to that distant voice. You couldn't sleep after a victory. Couldn't wait till the day when it might be your time. And then that day arrived. That moment, that affirmation. When you were told you were special. So you worked.
Of all the dramatic things I've ever
Pointing
seen.
toward that day in the fall when all of America would be watching you. Watching your team. The kind of day dreamed of. In a backyard. Just around the corner. From Main Street.
You said that already. God damn. And then the game starts. That is exactly the drivel that you were talking about.
What about the kid that plays college football and it was a way out of the ghetto? He doesn't even know who his fucking father is. He didn't have a good field to play on.
On Main Street.
He had drug dealers trying to recruit him as he's just trying to play a fucking game of football with his pals. On Main Street.
He tries to paint that picture.
Even uses Main Street. Just past Main Street.
Just past Main Street. Willoughby. Next stop, Willoughby. Fucking crap. Shut it.
Yeah, great. The dream. The dream most kids have, but most kids will never see.
Of course.
Anthony, yesterday, Club Soda Kenny tried to sing Fireflies by this band, Owl City.
I think he did a damn good job, if you ask me.
And this song is pretty damn hot right now.
Yes, yeah.
Getting a lot of airplay. A lot of airplay on Sirius XM.
Yes.
I believe the Morning Mashup plays this song a few times every morning.
Oh, really?
I do believe so.
It must suck having to play music like that.
I hear it in my supermarket because they crank up, what is it called, Hits One or something like that? I just know it as the Morning Mashup.
I have no clue.
And here's a little taste of the actual song, and then we're going to give you Kenny's version.
You would not believe your eyes if 10 million fireflies lit up.
Firefly? This blows fucking monkey cunt. I hate this.
Leave teardrops everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare.
Stare? Yeah.
I'd like to make myself
Fruit.
the planet Earth.
Would you?
Slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake when I'm asleep.
Who's listening to this?
It's fucking...
Who, though?
I don't know. It's a hot song.
I get 1,000 hugs from 10,000 lightning bugs.
What does that mean?
A lightning bug can't hug you.
No.
A foxtrot above my
You capture lightning bugs. You put them in a jar, and then you forget about them. They all suffocate when you wake up the next morning. That's what happens with light bugs. All right. Who started that whiny shit? It's a version of the whiny shit.
It really is.
Who was the first band that started the whiny shit?
There was a lot of that fucking, like, emo shit that started that.
I think it really took off with Dashboard Confessional.
Yeah.
Dashboard.
Yeah, like mainstream.
I think it's older than that.
I think it's older than that, too,
Yeah, but this-
Travis.
but
All that
this
stuff.
current- this current genre I'm
My
talking
girlfriend
that.
once told me, I think I need to do something. I think I... Shut up.
That's what I'm getting at.
Whiny crap.
That's where it started, and now it's branched off since then, sure.
Yeah. Emo fags.
Emo fags.
Danny just punches up emo fags. Emo.
You are the king of Google,
Stop
man. You
it.
really are. You like those smoky eyes, Ed?
Oh, yeah. On that fat emo fruit. Oh, fuck. What happened?
Blink 182, thank you. I would say it started with Blink 182.
Yeah, it might have.
It's branched off since then, but that whole whiny thing.
Yeah. That
Going
whiny
to a
talk.
wall. She broke up with me.
Yeah, it's always about some chick that you can't get, and
so
we understand. Ugh.
And it's a fag because he likes Duran Duran. Now that's not a nice statement right
it's
there.
called nostalgia, ass.
Let's go to Mike in Delaware. Mike.
Mike!
What do you say there, boys?
Hey.
What up, Mike?
Not much. I don't know. I don't think the song's that bad. But, I mean, you like Duran Duran. That's just as bad as that shit.
Hold on. So do I. I like Duran Duran. Give me a little reflex. The reflex.
Flex. No, notorious. Boom.
So real boy.
You know something?
What about Hungry Like the Wolf?
At least Duran Duran at the time was
Duran?
Duran at the time was played on rock radio and MTV and shit like that. It was considered rock for some reason. It fit the time. It was the 80s. This shit is like, you know, it might fit the time.
Come on, we're rocking now, right, Ed?
All right, maybe not.
All right, turn this off.
This really does just fucking torpedo my argument.
Here's the question, though. Name the most rockin' Duran Duran song. Girls on Film?
No.
Hungry Like the Wolf? The most rockin' Duran Duran.
Wow, that's a tough one. Wow.
Where they're just rocking.
Let me say. Duran Duran.
They're in full rock mode.
Wild Boys?
Wild Boys?
No, what about their James Bond theme? They did a James Bond song. That one,
Rocked,
right? View to a Kill.
View to a Kill, did that rock?
Yeah, that one rocked.
Did it?
Come on. View to a Kill rocked.
Can we hear View to a Kill rocking, please?
Come on, Travis.
We don't have it. You
got it there?
Danny's got it. Yeah,
come on, this is fucking rocking now. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look at the video. So futuristic.
Meeting you with a view to wake you.
Like these special effects aren't very special. I love when these videos back then, when they were movie soundtrack videos, and they incorporated the band into the movie. Like it's James Bond on the Eiffel Tower,
right,
from the movie, and then they have like Simon Le Bon on the Eiffel Tower doing some secret agent shit.
He's too busy singing while James Bond is shooting at him.
Yeah,
how's that going to work out for you?
A sacred heart,
whining like a fag.
Duran Duran might have started the whining thing.
Yeah, we're gonna dance into the fire. Of course we are.
Of course we are.
Yeah. Come on, rock. No, guess not.
All right.
Well, look at his big recorder. What has he got? This video's stupid. A helicopter.
Right. All right, we can watch videos all day.
The special effects are
all right, so
terrible.
maybe Duran Duran doesn't rock as much as we thought.
But compared to this shit,
hold on, man. Someone's going to argue Hungry Like the Wolf for us, though. Eric in Staten Island. Hungry Like a Wolf.
I don't know if you guys remember, but Hungry Like the Wolf was used in the blowjob scene where Andy Dick is teaching all those girls how to blow a guy, and Will Ferrell comes in and beats the shit out of him. Hungry Like the Wolf is playing in the background.
Yeah, in old school.
Oh, okay, yeah.
All right, there you go.
Hungry Like the Wolf.
Duran Duran's cool.
Girls on
right?
Film.
Right, Duran
Rio.
Duran's cool, right?
Oh, yeah.
All right, here's Kenny doing Fireflies.
Kenny's version.
And now, the Opie and Anthony Show presents Club Soda Kenny sings the hits.
Owl City, Fireflies.
I jerked off. 'Cause they fill the open air and leave my sperm everywhere. You'd think me rude, but I would just stand and stare. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake while I'm asleep. 'Cause everything is never as it seems. Jerk me off. 'Cause I get 1,000 tugs from 10,000 lightning bugs as they try to teach me how to jerk. A foxtrot above my head, a condom beneath my bed, a disco ball is just hanging by a thread. I'd like to make myself believe that planet Earth turns slowly. It's hard to say that I'd rather stay awake while I'm asleep. Everything wasn't never as it seems when I fall asleep.
This has been Club Soda Kenny Sings the Hits.
Wow.
For the Opie and Anthony Show.
They did a pretty good job with
Damn.
your raw audio, Kenny.
The auto-tuning is fantastic.
It's a hit. Kenny auto-tune fucking rules. That's Sarah in Buffalo.
Yep. That is...
And Stephen S. from Bayshore. I love Tardo-tune Kenny.
Yeah. They were calling it auto-buffoon.
Kevin from Connecticut. Shut up, Kenny, you auto-tuning son of a bitch. Yeah. Right on. You like that, Kenny? You like that version?
Yeah, were you happy with what they did with your vocal styling?
Troy Kwan, your producer.
I could be an actual singer now.
You could. With the auto-tune, anyone can.
That's all they do. They get some fucking kid it's like the Johnny Bravo thing.
Yes.
Get some kid that has that look that they're looking for, and then you fucking make them look cool in a studio. So what's going on out
there?
there?
Hitting every note.
Yeah, no, I got to thank everybody behind the scenes for making that nice.
No, you don't. You really don't.
No, I do. I do.
Yeah, who do you want to thank first?
No, I don't.
Who do you want to thank?
Well, Sam and Troy Kwan is...
Well, Sam's right outside the studio. Sam.
Oh.
Sam!
Here he comes. Whack, whack, with his feet.
Sam, the final product came out good.
Yes, and we do have to give a lot of credit to technical supervisor and producer Troy Kwan. He is the Pro Tools master of that song.
Apparently so.
Yeah,
yes.
he was able to make it sound a lot like the original.
The auto-tuning
really helped
Kenny's voice. He worked until all hours of the night because they refused to give him a Pro Tools setup here. So he had to go home and work all hours of the night.
He's got it at home.
Yeah.
And
why couldn't he do it here?
Because they won't give him a Pro Tools setup at his desk.
Why?
They just won't.
Why?
They won't.
Why?
Because they won't do it.
But why? Why are they still making things complicated in the year 2010?
He could do it at his desk.
No.
Why can't he do it at his desk?
He has to put in a full day's work.
Doing what?
But that would be working.
E Street Radio.
What?
E Street Radio.
What does he do for E Street Radio?
I don't know, but I don't like it, but I think they're trying to wean Troy away from the show.
Oh, boy.
I don't like it. I don't like that one bit.
Oh, boy.
What does he do for E Street Radio?
He's got a,
Here's Springsteen, 1978 at the Coliseum. You throw it on the fucking channel.
You're done.
He's got to load all the songs, and he's got to call people at home because sometimes they have a show called You're the Boss.
No, Be the Boss.
Be the Boss.
Hey, get it right.
What is Be the Boss?
It's where you get to pick your
So
favorite
you just walk
Springsteen
around
song.
and act like an asshole and give people horrible ideas?
No. I don't know what that implies.
Oh, I thought that was Be the Boss.
Yeah, nothing but pleasantries. Pleasantries,
Oh,
right, Anthony?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all pleasantries. No, that's within the realm of pleasantries. Trust me.
Be the Boss refers to Bruce Springsteen, and you get to pick which.
So what? You get to wear those awful designer glasses and some goofy tie and think you're fucking hip and cool and know what you're doing in radio?
Is that it?
No,
I don't know what that means either.
That's Be the Boss.
Yeah, Be the Boss.
No, Springsteen.
Is Be the Boss where you promise someone a raise and a year and a half later they're still fighting for their raise?
I really don't know what that means, but
pleasantries, nothing but pleasantries.
I don't know what that means.
Oh, I got it.
It's just
when a show comes up with an idea, you do everything in your power to undermine it and turn it into a lump of shit.
And then say, I'm here for you guys. I'm here to make you better.
Is that it?
That has nothing to do with what's going on.
Is that what Troy Kwan's doing now?
No.
No?
Troy Kwan is Be the Boss is...
You know, and speaking of bosses, the boss gave me 2 more songs to sing.
Because he knows.
Oh, really?
What songs?
Yeah.
What songs?
In production right now. Well, we haven't laid down the tracks yet.
Well, I'll give you a little hint. There's Party in the USA.
That's not a hint. That's the name of the song.
Some hint.
You got to sing Miley Cyrus.
Nice hint.
Yeah.
And then we're going to go for a rock vibe.
Yeah, but we can't blow off the auto-tuning thing. Kenny auto-tuning is...
I know. You really need a lot of auto-tuning.
I thought I hated auto-tuning until I just heard that.
I know what song
now I just want Kenny auto-tuning all day long. I don't even want him on the radio unless he's in auto-tune.
We got our next song then.
What is it?
Down.
Down.
I think it's by
I don't know.
Jay Sean.
Fuck.
It's all auto-tune. It's great.
That's that black shit.
It's not. It's on Hits One. It's on the same channel.
I don't know that black shit. Although
I know nothing about it.
It's a big pop song.
I did admit that I listened to that old school classic hip hop channel.
Me too, GH.
Yeah? What number is it? I just find it every once in a while.
It's like, I think, 64 on XM.
Yeah, they do a bunch of hippity hop type songs.
You like them?
Yeah, hippity hop hop hip.
Hibbity hoobity.
Hippity hoobity. Right. All right, so Owl Cities was a hit. There's another one in front of us. You want to blow out the other song, too? We might as well, because Lady Gaga...
Oh, shit,
It doesn't have auto-tune, but it is affected.
It is affected. Yeah. Lady Gaga becomes the first artist with 5 straight #1 singles from a debut album. She's going to be down in Atlantic City this weekend when Jim Norton's down there. So
and
Kenny swears that we're going to be meeting Lady Gaga this weekend.
He's been saying that for weeks.
Kenny, how is that going to happen? Are we actually going to be able to meet Lady Gaga?
Well, somebody we know loves to have celebrity pictures.
Jimmy Norton?
Yeah. Who's in the New York Post today? Did I mention that?
Oh, where is he in that? I missed that.
Holy mackerel. It's a whole feature.
I didn't take a
Look at the middle.
Shit. What, the middle of the paper?
Yeah.
I hope I didn't shit on Jimmy's face today, because I shit on that paper every morning.
Oh,
I didn't shit on his face, thank
funny.
God.
Hey, wait a minute.
It's in the Pulse.
Look at him. He's got a great picture of him with 2 chicks. Hey, why did the blonde look familiar? Opie and Anthony, comedian. Look, our names are first. That's nice. Comedian Jim Norton is surrounded by giggle groupies. It's a tough life for a funny guy. Funny honeys. Yeah. New York comedians score with hottie groupies. Apparently it's a story about comedian groupies.
Yeah, Jimmy's got lipstick all over his head.
Yeah, they were kissing him, apparently.
I bet you his prick looks like a rainbow.
Why? It's just red.
Yeah, it's not a rainbow.
It's a different color lipstick.
Did you used to do rainbow parties, Kenny?
I'll do anything.
That's not it. Someone has suggested we have a new bit called Be the Voss. Be the Voss.
Where,
and people killing me because I knew a Miley Cyrus song. Are you kidding me? That fucking song is everywhere.
If anybody doesn't know Party in the USA, that's a flaw that they have.
Yeah, plus Miley Cyrus is good to go.
She's 17 now, Kenny. 17.
It's legal in some states.
Totally legal.
17.
It's legal in New York. I'll tell you that much.
And Justin wants
Just ask me.
You know the
rules. All the states. Every single one of them.
All right, what?
Oh my God! Somebody's.
Justin, your phone sucks. He's saying the Cure started that whiny shit.
Oh, stop! That's too old.
I'm talking like the Blink 182 thing. I think it was Blink 182, and then a lot of bands started copying Blink 182, and then it kind of went in a bunch of directions, and now you got like Fireflies and shit. Still kind of doing a little whining, but a little auto tuning as well.
Can I ask a question about this article? Mm-hmm. Is Jimmy just the picture?
Pretty much, yeah.
Or do they talk to him at all?
No, he's just a picture.
I don't see any like
Jim Norton stuff in the whole article
from him. And he's a funny motherfucker that ought to have been quoted.
Yeah, but remember, he's in a serious relationship now, so he probably just posed for the picture, and he doesn't know anything about the groupie thing because he's in a serious relationship.
Yeah, but he could have talked about the old days.
The past.
He wrote a book about it.
Or his
Buy the book.
Or his finger fucking broads in Columbus.
Buy the book. Hey, look at Jimmy. That blonde looks very familiar.
It's a model.
Who is she?
Let me see.
We've seen her before, dude.
Oh, yeah.
She looks very familiar.
Oh, yeah.
Who that is?
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
I don't know either, but
all right.
she looks familiar.
Good for Jimmy. That's in the paper today. Let's do Club Soda Kenny. Might as well blow out the other song he did. He did a little Lady Gaga.
This is the one he was very excited about.
Why was he excited about this one?
A legitimate Club Soda Kenny toe tapper. Like, he likes this song.
Oh, does he?
Very much. He and I sing it together sometimes.
Wow.
Yeah, like you play this song, you get the party started.
What?
He's just such a tool.
But I love the excitement behind it, always. Here's Bad Romance, Kenny's version.
Club Soda Kenny sings the hits.
Lady Gaga, Bad Romance.
I want your ugly, I want your disease. I want your everything as long as it's free. I want your love, 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 love. I want your love. I want your drama, the touch of your hand. I want your leather-studded kiss in the sand. I want your love. Love, 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 I want your love. You know that I want you, and you know that I need you. I want it bad, a bad romance. I want your love, and I want your revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. I want your love, all your lovers' revenge. You and me could write a bad romance. Oh, 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 caught in a bad romance. Oh, 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 caught in a bad romance. Rah, 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 rah. Roll, mama, 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 gaga. Ooh, la, la, la. What's your bad romance?
This has been Club Soda Kenny Sings the Hits for the Opie and Anthony Show.
Now, aren't you sorry it's only a minute?
Yeah.
He wanted all 4 minutes of the song. He was very, very
really
bummed
did.
out
He
that
was,
they
he was.
chopped up his
There's a
material.
lot more creativity that got cut away.
Creativity, huh?
Yeah.
Leave him wanting more, Kenny.
Yeah.
No, let's get the extended version on there, the concert version.
Oof. I want to know more about Be the Boss, though, and what Troy Kwan does.
Be the Boss is a show on E Street Radio. It's like a guest DJ type thing where so you can call in as a fan and have your favorite songs played.
Be the Boss.
Favorite Bruce Springsteen.
Is that where you pay attention to one person and let everyone else suffer?
No.
At a company?
that's not.
You get to do that? You get to do that job for a while?
I thought I described.
Oh, no, I know what it is now.
What is it in?
It's when the Opie and Anthony show runs out at 10:30 to avoid you.
No.
No?
No, I feel like
I
you
thought
guys
that
were-
was Be the Boss.
You're not paying attention.
Oh, damn.
Someone should make that flash game for us.
Be the
Opie
Boss.
and Anthony avoiding the bosses. Will they make it to the elevator today?
Oh, it's amazing. How quickly we can
You
bolt
gotta
out of here.
Jump over Steve C.
I don't leave. I flee.
You do.
I flee the premises.
Well, you like to be in bed and asleep within 35 minutes of show end.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, when the show ends, you could pretty much count on it that 35 minutes after you hear us say, we'll see you tomorrow.
You're snoring?
I am asleep
out
in my own bed.
Hey, this guy
out on Long Island.
This guy wants
This
to
is
be
amazing.
this guy wants to be the boss.
What?
Alan, North Carolina.
Yes, I want to be the boss. I want Mondays off.
Oh boy, that was a hit yesterday.
Yeah.
But people really seem to like the.
That was epic.
The Steve.
That was definitely epic.
Steve famous quotes yesterday. Yes,
Like he has a lot of flaws.
yes.
I don't get to be the boss for real.
Why?
That's on the E Street channel.
Yeah, it's like a guest DJ. Steve Sterniolo from Funny in the Morning was a Be the Boss on Christmas.
What?
That's right. Steve Sterniolo from Funny in the Morning was a Be
What's
the Boss.
funny in the morning?
It's Sonny Fox's comedy morning show.
Look, he's laughing just saying it. It's
fun-
got to be funny.
You haven't heard the jingles? Funny in the morning.
No. Don't never ever do that again.
They're
by the way.
good.
That's how it sounds, though?
Yeah.
We got one of those funny in the morning?
I don't know.
Is he funny in the morning?
Well, no. They play comedy records. It's like a...
But if it's a comedy channel, it's supposed to be funny all the time. So why would you say funny in the morning?
In the morning.
When it's supposed to be funny around the clock.
It's like the mashup, except instead of playing music, they play comedy records. So they just actually talk between people talking.
Wait, what? Say that again? You lost me for a second.
They talk between talking.
Boring.
No. What? They talk between comedy records.
Be more funny.
I don't know if there's any reason to pass judgment on Funny in the Morning.
Oh, I get it. So it's comedy.
Yeah.
And then as the people are talking, they'll stop talking, and then they'll talk.
Right.
And
take
it'll be funny.
Take some callers.
What'll the callers talk about?
Maybe some of the jokes that the recorded people
that they just heard?
Yeah.
Like, wow, that was funny. Oh.
You.
Oh, it feels good to laugh.
Here's something, too. When I do tune in the E Street channel, which I do from time to time, how about Bruce doesn't tell a story before every fucking song?
You just want to
Is that asking a lot?
Sometimes it's not Bruce. Sometimes it's Steve Sterniolo on Be the Boss telling the story.
Yeah, that's what Be the Boss is all about. You tell your Bruce stories, like where you were when you heard the song. And
Steve Sterniolo said that when he went to his first Bruce Springsteen concert in 2003, he stayed in the parking lot 12 hours before the show started.
Wow.
That was on Be the Boss.
Amazing.
And then what happens?
Then they play one of their favorite songs.
That they like?
Yep. By the Boss.
Let's say hi to Rob in Massachusetts. Rob.
Hey, how you doing?
What's up, Rob?
Oh, hey, I just want to let you know, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but the bosses are offering you guys as a contest. And what you do is the email comes to all XM Sirius subscribers, and if you're chosen, you get a day with Opie and Anthony.
Yeah, I've heard about this.
Fuck.
Yeah,
Good luck to you.
beautiful.
You better get all your questions in between the studio and the elevator bank.
I think the contest...
And get that camera ready, man. You're going to only get one shot at it.
I think the contest is like dream prizes.
Right.
It's supposed to be like...
We're part of the dream prize thing.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
Oh, wow.
It says, be a co-host on the Ron and Fez show. Or meet Opie and Anthony.
Oh, so you actually get to sit in and
be a
co-host with Ron and Fez.
Right.
And you get to meet us?
Which literally means you can stand in the hallway and try to wave while they walk to the elevator.
Hey, how you doing?
Don't fucking ruin it.
Later.
Sounds cool.
Later.
Sounds cool on the radio.
It's your dream come true. You get
What are they saying it is, Sam? Is that pretty much what they're saying?
Yeah, it's like a dream.
How do they describe the meeting of Opie and Anthony?
Well, it's like the deal
Do
is...
a Bob Costas pre-produced package for this, will you?
Oh, wow.
Do we got some inspirational music? Maybe Chariots of Fire.
Oh, my
In a pinch, we could go there.
Well, I mean...
And you could and use the word dreamed. You dreamed a lifetime.
You spent your lifetime dreaming.
Right.
About seeing those funny men who make you laugh every morning. Having that conversation that you always dreamed of, not over the phone, but face to face, in real time. There's no satellite delay here, folks. You, Opie, and Anthony, one on one, in the flesh, your dreams coming true, as only SiriusXM can present to you.
On this side of Main Street.
Right. Just off Main Street. Wow, that sounds really cool, but in reality, what do they get if they win this prize, Sam?
Well, you could sit out. We'll let you like at like maybe 9:45 a.m.
We have one chair that a lot of fat guys have sit in and just farted into.
One person can sit in that chair,
and one guy has to stand the whole time if you bring a guest.
And then once you guys are finished with the show, you'll walk out and you'll wave. And if they want a picture, they can chase you, and then
Yeah.
you guys can probably say no. I have to. You'll say no. I have a meeting. and then you're
You'd
in the
see more.
elevator.
You'd see more in that Bigfoot footage.
Yeah.
Than you would see of us.
You'd literally.
So good luck to you.
You'd be better off
Yeah.
just doing a YouTube search for Opie and Anthony.
God bless.
Yeah, have fun winning that prize.
But maybe you could co-host with Ron and Fez or something, or just be the boss.
Yeah, all right.
God, that's great.
Oh, Danny writes, and it's true. You get to look through the glass like a prison visit.
Yes.
Good luck.
Okay. So Kenny's working on 2 more songs?
Can't wait.
Unless you really should you work on some recognizable stuff or some auto-tune stuff?
Well, I think there's 2 things going on here. I like Kenny singing the hits.
Yeah.
Because if you know that Lady Gaga song, he nailed it.
Who doesn't know it at this
And
point?
Fireflies, he nailed it. But but now we got to do things with the auto-tune and Kenny as a separate bit. I don't know if it has to be singing or not.
Meet the Stars. Here it is. Enter the Wish Upon a Star sweepstakes, and you could win an exclusive Sirius XM Star experience. Wow. There are over 30 amazing opportunities to choose from, including meeting the stars behind exclusive channels and shows. Willie Nelson, Willie's Place, B.B. King from B.B. King's Bluesville, Opie and Anthony from the top-rated Virus Breakfast Show.
That should be the new name of the show.
It's Opie and Anthony's top-rated Virus Breakfast Show.
And that's why...
Is that because we eat breakfast on the air?
And that's why, even in the new year, I don't acknowledge the dummies down the hall.
Is this Be the Boss? Is this part of Be the Boss?
Why would the dummies let this slip through? What does that mean, the Virus Breakfast Show? The dummies down the hall should see this and change it immediately. What is the top-rated Virus Breakfast Show? And you want respect from me? Fuck no.
Maybe they think it's time for a title change.
The fuck is the Breakfast Show?
The top-rated Virus Breakfast Show.
It's Eric's dream hosting gig.
You rock. You're still fat in the new year.
Oh, the holidays were kind.
Have the Morning Mashup crew broadcast their breakfast show live from your house with you as a guest presenter.
That's what these prizes are supposed to be, like, extremely good. Like, the Morning Mashup goes to your house and does a show.
Yeah.
You get to, I think there's, like, go to a game with Mad Dog or
Guest
something.
DJ on one of our exclusive artist-dedicated channels like Elvis Radio or Shade 45, or help Chris Mad Dog Russo live on the air.
How do you help Chris Mad Dog Russo live in the air?
Could you get my coffee, please?
That's pretty much it, right?
Yeah.
So what do they get from us?
You get to just meet.
You get to Opie and Anthony, meet the stars behind exclusive channels, like Opie and Anthony from the top-rated Virus Breakfast Show.
They're all laughing at us. See dummies down the hall. And by the way, these are just pleasantries, but this is why.
Virus Breakfast.
What the fuck is the Virus Breakfast Show? And this was on your desk, and you approved to go, oh yeah, I'm helping out the channel. Yeah, I think that's accurate.
What
The
is
Virus
the
Breakfast
Virus
Show.
Breakfast.
Oh,
I've
fuck yourselves.
Never heard of such a thing.
It is
pleasantries.
These are pleasantries. I'm holding back. I'm being nice for the new year.
It's accurate. I mean, this is a top-rated show. It's on the Virus, and people can enjoy their breakfast while listening to Opie and Anthony.
Top-rated Virus Breakfast Show.
I don't even know what that is. If I heard that without the Opie and Anthony...
What do you get, a cup of chlamydia? It's a little cream?
That's retarded.
I'm listening to the
Dude,
top-rated
it's
Virus
fucking
breakfast.
Lame, and now that we've read this, everyone is killing us.
Of course they are.
Everybody's killing us.
It's our breakfast show.
Breakfast.
Won't win the dream prize.
People are saying breakfast show, can they be any fucking lamer? Holy shit. Yeah.
Top-rated Virus Breakfast Show.
Top-rated Virus Breakfast Show. Could we get D-Boy to make a fucking produced...
we need something. D-Boy.
D-Boy needs...
D-Boy's got to do the top-rated Virus Breakfast Show.
Let me explain what happens, because Daddy's laughing. D-Boy is a very busy man, for real.
Yeah.
When he's not obsessing about Lionsgate, he really does have a lot of shit to do. And then...
Or really kicking ass in Call of Duty.
Right, and then Danny walks into his studio and makes him stop everything for our dopey idea, which is a pre-produced, top-rated Virus Breakfast Show sweeper.
Yeah.
You gotta have people listening.
It's got to say the top-rated Virus Opie and Anthony from the top-rated Virus Breakfast Show.
So it should be the top-rated Virus Breakfast Show with Opie and Anthony.
Yes.
Jesus.
Indeed.
Lame.
Indeed. That'd be great.
When you go home at night and wonder, that's why. That was a secret message to somebody.
Good.
You go home and wonder and scratch your head and go, I can't get through to these guys. I don't understand why.
Hey, what are you eating this morning,
That's
everybody?
why.
Here on
That's
the Breakfast
why.
Show.
That's why.
The Virus Breakfast Show with your presenters, Opie and Anthony. Just want to know what you eat today. A little bacon? What do you got? Egg whites, perhaps. Maybe you're off the diet, a little bacon. Whoa, watch it. Whoa.
You know what, Ann? It could be worse, and Rob's going to remind us of something.
Really?
Rob on Long Island.
Hey, what's up, guys? Yeah,
Hey, Rab.
I think the grand prize winner in this contest wins a personal trip from the both of you to the Super Bowl party, where you guys will watch the Super Bowl with them and their family.
Oh.
I remember.
Whoa, I do remember that.
I remember sitting on the couch, and these people were like,
I was terrible.
wow, you're kind of boring in person. I'm like, I don't fucking know you people.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
They put us in a house full of strangers. We were there to deliver a big screen TV, which back then was like this behemoth of a television
Am I
set.
lying when I say it took about 3-4 guys to get the goddamn TV in the
To get
house?
it
That's
off
how
of-
heavy and
in
big
the
this
house.
thing was. And then we had to sit around and watch the Super Bowl with them.
With an entire family, like an old aunt, an old auntie.
Who thought she was hip.
Yeah. And the drunk guy, and, that was me. and just like the winner and his friends, and we're sitting there watching the game, just kind of looking at each other
And it's
like,
two teams you don't even give a shit
when
about.
can we get the fuck out of here?
And then they're waiting for us to fucking jump through hoops for them. I'm like, I don't.
Yeah.
What am I supposed to do?
Hey, it's Opie and Anthony. So you guys, no, we're not doing anything. We're just sitting here.
We're just gonna sit here. Go.
Didn't
give me
we
the fucking
duck out?
beer.
Like we just left. We fucking. What are we gonna get fired at this point? That was 3 firings ago.
I did the I'll be right back.
Yeah. I did the I'm going to the bathroom and just fucking left.
And then we had the sprint for freedom across their front lawn.
Yeah. And run to a vehicle and just
That was
peel
running.
out. There was a tent in the back where there was coolers full of beer. So I spent some time there, and then Opie came out and was like, "Yeah, you mind coming in? I'm sitting alone with some fucking old broad." Remember, you were like, "Could you just come in and help me out?"
Just from some old fucking ants trying to get me
Yeah.
upstairs for some
fucking blowjob or something. I don't even know.
Who the fuck knows?
That was terrible.
It was horrendous.
TV contest.
Well, we got everyone checking in. It's the Virus Breakfast Show. We got Adam in Jersey.
Hey, how you doing?
Oh, like I never heard that one before.
You didn't even say anything. That's good.
Have a mug of syphilis every day with you guys.
Yeah.
Ah, yes.
There you go.
Drink up, my friend.
Thank you.
Oh, wait. What? Let's say hi to Bill in Pittsburgh. Bill.
Hey, yeah, I just want to let you guys know, go down further on the contest page, they have a big paragraph itemizing with each station what the winner gets. It makes it sound real glorious about hotel accommodations, and just thought you guys might want to check it out. Punch out.
Oh, yeah?
All right. I didn't even know about this promotion.
I know.
You said yes to this one?
No, I mean, I'm saying at least the bosses know
I
you.
gotta walk slower to the elevator because I think I'm saying yes to shit.
But at least they
So
know
I can
you.
think it over for a split second.
They know you guys well enough to not bother pitching you things where it's like you would actually have to interact with the winner.
Yeah, that is
Like,
true.
They're
Yeah,
not going to
yeah.
ask if you'll let him on the air. They're not going to ask if you'll have breakfast
Go
with
out
them.
and have a breakfast with him. Yeah, or go to a movie or something.
Look, will you just meet a guy if he wins?
Yeah, could you just pass by him?
Top-rated Virus Breakfast Show. Oh, boy.
Virus Breakfast Show.
And that is why, my friend, you don't have to wonder anymore.
I don't even get
I don't
what
want
that
to.
means.
I don't want to be hanging with anyone that thinks the top-rated Virus Breakfast Show is a way to explain the Opie and Anthony
Opie and
program.
Anthony Show. We're the
Sorry.
top-rated Virus Breakfast Show.
Top-rated. We're the only Virus Breakfast Show.
Yeah,
so that doesn't even make sense.
That's true.
That doesn't even make sense because we're the only one.
Yeah. We're not the top-rated Virus Lunch Show, which is Ron and Fez.
Top-rated show on the Virus, but we don't even go with that shit because we're all pals here on this channel.
Is the replay still the breakfast show?
I don't fucking know.
That's now dinner, right? Or
Dinner show?
lunch? late lunch.
So here on The Virus, you can have breakfast for dinner. There's the replay promo.
Stephen S. from Bayshore is suggesting that people come up with logos for the Virus Breakfast Show. I think the people should come up with their own sweepers because they all are fucking mini producers at home now. You need the slug line, top-rated Virus Breakfast Show.
Yep.
And then, just
Opie
sweep
and
your ass
Anthony,
off
yeah.
and produce something, and we'll play the better ones on the program. A
A
lot of lasers.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Well, Tommy wants to know something. Tommy in Brooklyn. Tommy!
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 I want to know if you drop in the Virus completely and make it the Breakfast Show with Greg and Tony.
Yeah, might as well fucking go with our first names.
Well, hey, we gotta let them know where
names.
they can find us. So it's got to be the Virus.
Let's go to Todd in Pennsylvania. Todd.
Hey,
Todd.
hey, how you doing, Greg? How you doing, Tony? I just wanted to say thank you for so many years of laughs. I'm driving in my minivan and I'm listening to the top-rated Opie and Anthony Virus Breakfast Show. It's so much fun.
Thank you for listening.
Know what I like
if it
about
wasn't
our
for you
show?
people, we wouldn't be here.
You know what I
The
like about our
Breakfast
show? It's fun and safe at the same time.
Yes.
And Danny's coming up with breakfast show fucking radio shows.
There
and they're
are
all
so many.
fucking they're just horrendous shows.
It's the guy and the chick and the whole.
back.
It's yeah, it's horrible.
Oh boy, another fail from the dummies down the hall.
Fail.
Just pleasantries.
Speaking of breakfast,
all right, yeah, you want to take a break?
Yeah. I'm ripping open my sandwich.
They're just killing us on instant feedback and on the phones.
N-word, gotta eat.
All right. Fair enough, sir. Fair enough. Should we play something in a break? Charles, you got something?
All right,
cool?
what do you got?
Oh, what did we, Frazier? Joe Frazier's birthday?
Ooh.
66 years old today? Maybe setting up
That's
Travis
young.
to
Yeah.
maybe play a little Joe Frazier thing
we can
for
do
us.
something.
All right, cool. When we get back, Bob Kelly joins the program, and within 15, 20 minutes, we got William Shatner.
Oh, nice.
He's always a great guest for us, so stay there.
Yes.
Opie and Anthony. Let's do this. Do. Opie and Anthony. William Shatner's going to be on in a few minutes here.
Yeah. I got the Blu-ray collection. Ooh, including 6 motion pictures featuring Kirk and Spock.
Very cool.
All of the, I guess, yeah.
Can I see that?
No.
Why?
Because you'll break it. You'll break it.
Why would I break it?
I want him to sign it right there. To my good friend.
On the plastic?
No, I'll take the plastic off.
Yep. William is a fine guest. Bob Kelly in studio.
I call him Bill. Bill Shatner.
Good old Billy Boy.
Bill Shatner.
Billy Boy.
You know what I got to ask him? Because I don't understand this.
Huh.
In a couple of the movies,
Are you
including
you're going to go deep with the interview?
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always do.
I know you do. It's
I'm a big
hilarious.
Star Trek fan, and he hates when all I do is dwell on Star Trek.
Anthony knows more about Star Trek than William
he
Shatner.
does. Yeah.
He brings up stuff, and he goes, did that happen? And it's like, yes, it did.
Now, what I don't understand, obviously, the new movie, they had problems fitting him in. Storyline problems, things like that, whatever it was.
Mm-hmm.
But
his outfit.
Yeah. But the thing I don't understand is Spock, Leonard Nimoy, has been doing the end narration for a couple of movies. You know, Space, The Final Frontier, These Are the Voyages of the Starship Enterprise, blah, 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 blah. Why didn't they get Shatner to at least do the narration at the end of the new movie? Like, that would have at least been kind of cool.
That would have been great.
Instead of having Leonard Nimoy do it.
Well, I hear Shatner's really hard to work with.
I hear he's a fucking insufferable prick to work with.
That's what I've heard, too.
Just ask fucking Sulu. Sulu wanted...
nothing to do with him?
Well, maybe not in that sense. Wow. Yes, I, Captain.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have to ask him. Because I don't think we've had him on since the whole Star Trek J.J. Abrams thing happened.
No.
Bob Kelly in studio.
What's up?
Sorry, it's the breakfast show, so I'm having a little breakfast.
Yeah. We figure we eat during the breakfast show.
Now it makes sense. We could eat during the show.
Boy, makes sense now. Okay.
Bobby, what do we got, Bobby? Bananas Comedy Club, Hasbrook Heights, New Jersey.
Yeah.
That's January 22nd and 23rd. And the big show down there at the Trump Taj Mahal.
With Patrice.
With Patrice, March 6th.
Damn, that's a good show.
We're going to Atlantic City this weekend, and I think the next time I'll go to Atlantic City will be Saturday, March 6th, to see Bob Kelly and Patrice.
Are you going to
go? The tickets are on sale, and more info at Trump Taj, that's TAJ.com. TrumpTAJ.com.
Yeah. Jimmy twittered that his Borgata shows are sold out.
Nice.
And then I retweeted it and twittered, that's because I said I was going.
Nice.
Just give him a little fucking taste of reality. Because the second we all jumped on that bandwagon and said we were all going down there,
those tickets
and it was confirmed, and he sells out.
That's the weirdest thing, because you guys are coming to Bananas in Hasbrook Heights.
Of course, I wouldn't miss it.
I don't know. I don't understand why, though. It's like a crazy little hotel gig there.
Why not, you know?
It's amazing.
Is Bananas in a hotel?
Just show up.
It's one of the Bananas. It's the club's name Banana. There's actually a banana on the stage.
I know.
With a monkey.
I know.
Why would they do
We've beat
that?
them up for that.
They have they put every week they have to put real bananas up on top. Like someone has to go and buy a bushel of bananas.
Probably very important that they do that. Where are the bananas? Like they probably get mad when they're not there.
Someone got yelled at for not getting bananas.
Someone gets fired.
Hey, William Shatner just announced that he's going to be on the O&A show. I think we give him the big intro, man. You want Kenny to do the over-the-top intro for William Shatner?
Of course.
Kenny!
Oh, my God. He just stopped on a dime.
Kenny, we want William Shatner to feel very comfortable on the Opie and Anthony show.
Okay.
I don't know if he's here yet. Is he here yet?
I was just going to get him.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, but could someone else get him? Because I want you to do the over-the-top William Shatner, here he is, intro, and make him feel very comfortable.
By introducing him?
Yeah.
Or like,
even Kenny knows that would be uncomfortable.
Yeah, like I could hold the door open for him and pull out his chair and
Oh, we don't want, he's a legend. We don't want him just walking in here.
Open it up.
I'm going to get it for you. Pull out the 9 knives you have in your pocket.
If you don't want to, that's fine.
I know what to do.
Shoot it.
I know what to do.
Hey, Anthony, we promised this. William Shatner, Kenny's actually getting him. You don't have to, Kenny. Maybe it's a dumb idea. I understand.
I'm going to intro the man because he deserves my introduction.
Okay.
Oh, yeah?
We promised William Shatner reading Sarah Palin's Twitter on The Tonight Show with Conan O'Brien.
Oh, yeah?
And Sarah Palin's going to be part of Fox News, huh? Fox News Channel.
Yeah, she's going to be one of those commentators.
Are you happy about that,
for
Ant?
Fox News. I could give a shit.
She's your girl.
No, she's not. I think she's an idiot. I hate her book, the way she looks up. She's looking up, going rogue, and she's just looking up into the distance.
Yeah. What?
Not up.
Who's Mike?
What?
Oh. What are you
William
doing,
Shatner.
Kenny?
No,
And make sure Bill has headphones and his mic works and his mic is placed close to his face.
And clean up his area.
Yeah. What's all that shit?
Let's make this
This
nice
is
for
Bill
William Shatner.
Shatner, for the love of God.
All right, let's play the Sarah Palin clip. This is William Shatner doing a little... Is he right there, though? All right, let's just play this before it's...
From sea life near lush, wet rainforest to energy housed under frozen tundra atop permafrost, God most creatively displays his diversity in Alaska. Tourists from across America, here, loving their 49th state, I'm reminded one heart, one hope, one destiny, one flag from sea to sea. Awesome Alaska night, sensing summer already winding down, with fireweed near full bloom, finally sitting down to pen, listening to Big and Rich. Left you Nalakit warmth for rain in Juneau tonight. No drought threat down here ever, but consistent rain reminds us no rain, no rainbow.
Very good. William Shatner.
Bill Shatner.
Bill Shatner.
That's what I like calling him. That's what his close friends call him.
What's up, Sam?
On his way?
He's on his way. Kenny, do you want to do this? If you don't want, I understand.
I got it.
All right. Wait, get in the hallway and start as he's walking down the hall. Go ahead. Kenny down the hall.
Ladies and gentlemen, prepare to be starstruck. It's Mr. William Shatner
Yes, it
on
is.
the top-rated breakfast virus show with Opie and Anthony.
Jesus.
Thank
My
you,
God.
thank you very much.
Yes.
The
Or as I
great.
like to say, Bill Shatner.
Yes.
It's a lot
I
more
am here.
comfy that way.
The Opie and Anthony show.
Yes.
That's Bob Kelly.
Hi, buddy. How are you? Nice to meet you.
Wow, what success you are having with your talk show. And who knew?
Who knew?
That
Who knew you could talk?
After years on this show.
Yeah, I don't think anyone questioned that Bill Shatner could talk. But the thing is, the caliber of guests you're getting,
Isn't that something?
and the what they're coming out with, how you're drawing stuff out of them.
I know.
What do you attribute that to? Why do people feel they can open up to William Shatner?
I'm reading the way you said William Shatner.
I'm just saying, it doesn't seem like.
and there was it wasn't totally discounted, but
No.
there was a discounting that a note of sort of like William Shatner.
I don't
like,
think it's
I took that to the extreme, right? It wasn't quite that, but it was like William Shatner.
Like we're all surprised.
Yeah,
You know what
like,
it is?
but surprise in a I'm trying to find the right word, in a kind of like, how could this idiot do it?
Believe me, it's a compliment because I'm talking about, Barbara Walters, everybody that's been doing the interviews for years and stuff, and you're pretty new to the interview scene
Very
that.
new.
And you're drawing a lot out of your guests.
The key for me is that you guys, because you're on the air, you need a story, you need something to happen right now.
Oh, yeah.
You can't have somebody dawdle and say, well, what do you mean? You want to go back over that? But because we film, we're able to edit. And so I don't want the tabloid story. I stay away from the tabloid story of whoever's there. Whoever comes on the show, and right now they're all personalities because and celebrities, because we want to get the show known, and we're entering our third 13-week cycle, and the show's slowly getting known, and people like yourself might catch it. I don't want a tabloid story. I want something coming from the people, from the person.
They're a little piece of their life.
Anything. Walking down the street, you caught a glimpse of something. What did you see, and why did you see it, and what does it mean to you? And in its minutia, you get a look at the personality.
For more insight.
A more insightful look into a personality that you didn't have 22 minutes ago.
Did people kind of go like, and don't take this the wrong way again.
No, I'll take it the way you mean it.
Did people kind of say like, Bill Shatner wants to do a talk show?
I remember we didn't give it a shot at the time. After William came in, we're like, oh, come on. How long will this
Did you
last?
really?
No. We knew it would work.
Well, I didn't, and I didn't know what I was doing. I've forgotten whether I instigated it or who instigated the idea of a talk show. But then I met with the A&E people and the bio people, and we sat around and started talking. And what I said, I guess, made sense to the people who do the hiring.
How did you pitch it as far as it being different than, Letterman?
Well, I didn't know what to do. And I kept saying,
it's a good pitch. I don't know what to do. All right, we'll give you a show.
I said, I don't know how to make, at the beginning, excuse me, I didn't know how to make it different. And then what the world doesn't need is another talk show. Then I had an insight, which was raw nerve. I'll look for a raw nerve. That touched their nerve, and they said, that sounds good to us. So I named it Raw Nerve.
on all these interview shows, of which I've done so many, like we're doing right now, we're seated 10 feet apart.
Yeah.
I barely can see your eyes.
Right.
And I've always wondered, why do the shows like The Tonight Show have a desk and the seat where you're seated, not even looking at the person, you're
off to the
90
right
degrees
side.
off. You're 90 degrees away. You got to crane your neck to look at the person you're talking to.
And your seat's a little lower than the host seat, putting him in a power position for real.
No,
stuff goes down.
I thought what I want, and on the first shows, I put 2 chairs together so that it would be like you're having dinner with someone, and it's a small table, and you're leaning across and saying, "Tell me about it."
Yeah, the chair got a lot of publicity because it is so unique.
Yeah, so I was looking for that intimate thing, and we know about the bubble of respect or distance in European culture. In Middle Eastern cultures, it's much closer. They talk into your ear, but here it's about 1.5 feet, about 18 inches away. You're verging on the intimate, but not inserting yourself into their area, if you will. So that's the distance I wanted to be, just on the edge of not making them uncomfortable, but being able to see the blink and the iris and the nonverbal exchange as well.
Now, still on the chair, can you hit red alert or jettison the pod?
Well, if they're not funny and they don't have a good story, out they go through the chair.
Jettison the pod, and there they go.
Who was your favorite guest and why so far? Probably a hack question.
I've thought about that quite a bit, and I've had 26 people on now. We're going to our next 13. And I cannot tell you who would have been my favorite, because everybody, for one reason or another, has come up with an insight into their personality that is not ugly, that is not demeaning, that is not raucous. It's an aha moment of, wow, I didn't know that person as well. And another interesting thing happens, as might happen if you had a dinner with a stranger, but you had a moment of meeting, and you stand up to say goodbye, and you kind of want to touch, and you hug, and you say goodbye. Almost every single one of those people have stood up after we've cut and said, "Wow, that was an experience. I've never had anything like that happen," and hugged me and say, "We must meet again."
Oh, very cool.
I would gather you're getting a lot of, because you get, A-listers on there and stuff. How are they booked? Do they approach you guys and go like, "Hey,
that's another whole skill, isn't it? You face that day in and day out. How can you get who's coming into town? What are they promoting and that kind of thing? And can you book them on your show and get them and enough of a name so that people listening to radio will?
Well, I think we can learn from William Shatner, because he talks about how they hug after each interview. In our case, most of the guests flee.
They run for their lives,
and then we don't understand why they won't come back. Maybe we just need to be nicer to these guys.
Only people who suffer love the suffering come back like myself, lashed. But the booking of the guests is a real skill, and for the longest time I've relied on me many times calling personally and saying, "I'd love to have you on." And if I don't know them, I know about them, and they know a little bit about me. And
a little bit. That's another thing I wanted to touch on. Also, it's when you see a Letterman or Leno and stuff like that, they're known from being a talk show host, and that's what they do. You, on the other hand, are an icon from television and movies. So I would gather that the guests themselves are a little. Do you find that they're a little starstruck sitting there with you?
Sometimes they're at least respectful. The thing that Letterman and Leno have are the numbers of people watching, so that if you're in a movie and the publicist wants to book you on the show, there's a reason to do that. My show will not bring in the box office audience as much as these other talk shows or your talk show for that matter. I mean, I'm here saying, watch Raw Nerve on Bio Channel at Tuesdays, but they repeat the show so you can see it almost any day of the week. I'm on here publicizing my show to get publicity from you. So I don't have that advantage. All I offer is a few minutes of conversation that might be fun to do.
You know what it is? That's almost a double-edged sword that you might have more difficulty getting a guest that really wants to promote something, but then you don't have to worry about that. They're just there to plug their product, and you can get a little more out of them.
Again, having had the experience of being on a Letterman show and knowing I got a record I want to plug, I got this show, Raw Nerve I want to plug, and I got to tell them a funny story all in 4.5 minutes.
Right.
And if Letterman's going to help or hinder, because sometimes they get a bee where the bees don't fly, because I don't know why. So you're not going to go there. You can't get there. And prior to going on, it's a moment of tension. It's that you're performing an ad-lib situation in which you've got to be amusing, if not outright funny, get the message across that you're there to do, leave on good enough terms that they'll ask you back in 6 months when you're promoting something else, and continue on. And you've got to make it with some import, and that's a tough one to do. On my show, you don't have to do that. I'll promote whatever you're promoting. We'll announce at the beginning and the end. Don't worry about the promotion. I'll get whatever you want to promote. I'll have the announcer. I'll have the people. I'll do it.
And then you'll get genuine discussion.
And then you just want to discuss. Relax.
Right.
I don't want a funny story. Don't think about inventing something that happened the other day. Let's talk about you and
very cool.
The old lean forward. True story. Let me tell you about. All right. No, we don't need that. Thank you very much.
Right.
I want to talk to you a little bit about the J.J. Abrams Star Trek that came out.
Yeah.
A lot of people have been saying, why weren't you in it?
I said the same thing.
There was,
I promoted that.
There was some kind of controversy where you were supposed to be in it, but and I just brought up the fact that in the past couple of movies, or the last few movies that you guys were in, Leonard Nimoy did the ending Space: The Final Frontier speech instead of you. Now, I would think that would have been a perfect thing for you to be involved with in that movie, is just to give that final.
Everybody's got this, I don't know quite what the word is, obtuse thought that they've got to follow through the history. Like, no, they did that. They said yes 6 shows ago, so they can't say no 2 shows from now. It's crazy. Who remembers?
True.
Go be amusing and dramatic, and go have a good time and entertain, and don't worry about the necessary history. There are some aficionados who say, "Oh yeah, but he didn't say that, and he wouldn't have." But but what you want to be, which is what JJ did, is entertaining.
Yeah. Did you saw the movie? And
no, I have not seen.
You haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen the movie.
Is there a reason you haven't?
The real reason is I haven't had time. I haven't been in a movie theater in 2 years.
Yeah, I know.
I have a wonderful room with a large screen.
Yes, indeed. So do I, Mr. Shatner.
And it's
wonderful.
there. And somebody gave me as a birthday present not so long ago a popcorn machine. Now I can make my own popcorn.
It's wonderful.
It's got that too.
So I've got popcorn on a large screen, and I watch movies there about 2 or 3 years after they've been released. And I say, "Did you see?"
Jesus, Shatner's way behind on the movie.
I'm way behind. So the real reason is I haven't had time.
Yeah.
The second reason is I sort of wonder what I'll feel when I do see it.
That was what I really wanted to get into, because I think that would be interesting. You being Captain Kirk, I mean, you're synonymous with Captain Kirk, and then here's this new kid playing the younger version.
Exactly, and then seeing somebody playing a younger version.
Yeah.
Already that's like, oh yeah, that's right, I'm old. I mean, whenever I think about my age, I think that can't be true. That's some other world, because I don't feel that. So, that's right. Playing
you're still the same
younger.
guy.
Yeah.
I mean,
So
interesting.
And then there's a third thing, and that is Mr. Abrams has said that he'd set up a screening at Paramount for me at this screening room that I used to go to all the time. And when I was at Paramount, I thought, what fun. Have a private screening of the movie. We'll get it catered. I'll invite 20, 30 people. I have Monday Night Football at my house. When I'm not working on Monday night,
I'd be happy to.
You fly in, you're invited. And so get the Monday Night Football crowd, bring them all there, bring them hot dogs and popcorn and stuff, and watch the movie in a private studio. What fun that would be. So that's going to happen the next few weeks.
Oh, really? Okay.
So you will see the movie.
God,
Wait.
I would love to know.
Yeah. I don't want to skip over the football
take on
thing.
it.
Who's your team?
Well, I live in Los Angeles, and we curse the day that we don't have a team, A, and B, the teams that now, lo these many years, have left. So whenever the Raiders play and whenever the Rams play, I give them my curse, and it's worked. But now I'm running out of emotion. You know, it's been so long, like an old lover that left you. All right.
Where are you from originally? You're not from
I'm
LA?
from Montreal.
Oh, so that makes it rough.
Yeah, happy times.
That Canadian football just doesn't get the job done, does it?
Nah, it doesn't seem to have the publicity, although it can be quite exciting. And it gets the job done for the Canadians.
True.
But we're down here, and we're looking for the Super Bowl. Anyway, so my wife's from Indianapolis. And I love Manning. The wisdom of a guy that's played a long time, his ability to pick the defenses.
Do you think they should?
I'm with the Colts.
Do you think they should have went for the undefeated season?
Yes.
Yes, right?
I cannot believe what kind of a mind. No, really. I mean, there's more prestige, there's more aura about having an undefeated season than winning the Super Bowl.
And you can't play scared at that point.
No.
You have no choice.
And
you got to
have
go for the undefeated
the
season.
spirit of your guys.
Right.
Manning obviously wanted to do it. And to me, the coach saving, he had one more quarter.
The Patriots did that, and they lost Wes Welker, and now they're out of the Super Bowl.
And now they're out of the thing. So
you know what, though? They won 3 Super Bowls.
But they lost
God
Wes Welker for the year. I mean, that means next year they're not going to be a good team.
Whatever,
because,
man.
What do you mean, whatever?
It's football. You got to go for it.
Exactly.
I think the Colts messed with
boxing. You go for it.
But the mystique of going for it.
Right.
The mystique of saying, let's chance our guys because it's a rough game anyway.
Yeah.
And we're going for the undefeated. I cannot believe that,
Thank
Coach.
you. It's not like they're 10-4. It's like, all right, let's rest some guys, get them ready for the playoffs.
Right,
You're
no.
still undefeated.
Undefeated.
And I think you
might go 17 games. Nobody's ever done it.
I think you mess with the football gods, too. I say the Colts do not win the Super Bowl. Me and Bill Shatner.
Yep.
I agree with you.
This so reminds me of the Gamesters of Triskelion. Now, obviously, the Thralls. Now, you went for it.
And I have no memory of that. I know the name, but I have no memory of the plot.
Bill went for it. He didn't. And there was no undefeated. You had to be undefeated, or you were gone.
Yeah, one mistake.
Is that a real storyline?
And Gamesters of Triskelion.
Triskelion?
The Thralls. They had things around their neck. Just stop it, Bobby.
Mr. Shatner,
you can't appear ignorant here.
When we were setting up, your fine visit here, I told everyone that Ant knows more about Star Trek than you.
I know nothing about it. So anything Anthony knows is more than I know.
Yeah. Oh, that one, the episode of Mythbusters. Yes, where that was the one where James T. Kirk was battling the Gorn on the planet.
Now, the Gorn I remember.
Yes.
Because it was one of the first shows.
And that was the rubber-suited Gorn creature.
And I had to make dynamite.
Yes, you made it out of a little piece of bamboo and some rope, and you used sulfur and charcoal and diamonds.
Yeah.
And I guess they did it on Mythbusters. What happened, Danny? Did it work?
They did. They were able to fire like something. I mean, it wasn't enough to kill you, to kill the other person. Most likely, everything would have blown out the other side of it.
But the Gorns, that's what that'll kill a Gorn.
When it
blows out the other side, is the Gorn killer.
Well, no, it would have came out the side that you were firing from. So
no, you don't understand. the Gorn surrounds it in that way. The Gorns are not just ordinary lizards.
I'm not familiar with the Gorn.
Oh, please.
I am.
Come on. Very familiar. I didn't understand. The Gorn walked so slow, yet he was right near you.
Well, it looked slow, but he covered a long distances with his
At least
spread.
I get an answer now,
See?
right from the source.
That's right.
Which is good. Which is real good.
And the guy was so hot inside.
I don't doubt it, right? That big rubber suit.
In the middle of the summer.
Where did you guys do the outdoor planet?
There is the San Andreas Fault that goes about 40 or 50 miles outside of Los Angeles, streaks across, I think, most of California. And it's filled with boulders, and it's ominous looking because it is. The North Plate and the South, so two plates are
Just
butting up
rubbing
there.
together.
You don't want any butting plates around anywhere you're near.
No.
And that's where we go.
Wow.
We went.
That's where it was. And you guys were climbing up those rocks yourselves.
That was not special effects.
No. The only special effects, where it wasn't quite you, was when you were always fighting yourself, and it was like, who is that guy he's fighting from the back?
That was me.
Oh yeah.
No.
But the other guy.
No, that was me.
You fought yourself.
Absolutely. How many times? How many times have you argued with yourself? I
done
want
it a
him
few
on the
times.
show. I don't want him on the show.
Yeah, that's
All right?
true.
Have you
Okay.
had that?
Yeah.
Should he have gone for the season or not the season? I mean, there's an argument. The guy must have. He was arguing with himself. That was mental. So why can't you do it physically?
Well, when I argued with myself, it wasn't with a guy that had a little bit longer hair, might have been a little bigger than me, and longer reach.
You're saying the stunt double was awful?
Sometimes, especially in engineering, when they had that long shot. You could really kind of see what was going on. A lot of wasted space on the Enterprise, too. They should have ran some pipes up there or something.
And
But
this scene
who
we're
am I
look-
to say?
and this-
That's the Gorn, see?
No, that's a mascot. What team is he a mascot for, Bill? That you're fighting.
Mascot.
Why are you fighting mascots?
That's the coach of the Colts. Now, what do you mean we should have gone for the season?
My ex-girlfriend would always say, watching Star Trek, she'd be like, that William Shatner is beautiful. She would call you beautiful.
I was beautiful.
You were a very attractive
still a good-looking
man like
guy.
that.
No, attractive doesn't make it.
Beautiful?
Beautiful.
Beautiful makes it.
I was
Like,
beautiful.
Look at that, right?
Throwing rocks.
Beautiful. Look, see
You
that?
hit him dead center and nothing
And this is on
happened.
radio, and they don't know you're watching.
I
a
know. We
computer
watch
screen.
TV all the time on the
paint the
radio.
pictures, Bill.
Somehow.
but I mean,
through
you
a
gotta-
styrofoam,
isn't your radio audience wondering what the heck are we talking about?
We're watching a Star Trek episode. Go screw yourself. That's what I say to the audience. Maybe you ought to interview the Gorn and
The
find out where
Gorn.
he is in this day.
I wonder-
Sit in that chair next
I
to him
don't
with the
know who
universal
the guy in the Gorn
translator.
was. Can you imagine? The Gorn is like a famous Star Trek character.
Yes.
And there's a guy walking around, maybe no longer alive,
But
I was the Gorn.
I was the Gorn, and
Yeah.
people go, "Oh, really?"
Yeah. And they would say Gornish.
Well, we
yeah.
should tell them when we interviewed the guys from Star Wars. We got some exclusive interviews.
Oh,
Bill.
the guys in the suits.
We got the guys in the
Yeah,
suits.
all the guys in the suits.
That's
Not
what
one guy
we
you
get,
saw
Bill.
their face.
That's what we get.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what you booked.
Yeah, the
Oh, I
guys
see.
in the suits.
But the guys
Actual
who
guys
went out
in
the
the
suits
suits.
went on Letterman and
Yeah, we didn't get those
And
guys.
they were so proud to be the guys in the suits. We don't know. We don't know if they were the actual guys.
Well, that's true.
Right.
You could have a guy in the suit phony.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
who
what I
knows?
was saying.
It could be anybody.
I was actually. I wanted to be in Star Wars so much. I was one of the guys.
You're one of the guys. You might as well say
in
it.
the suits, right?
You were the guy in the
yeah,
suit.
I was the guy in the suit.
Any awkward moments with the interview show? Going back to that?
Any awkward moments? No,
People are asking us to ask you about Gene Simmons, and I did not see that episode, and I'm sorry that I
Gene
did
Simmons. Gene Simmons with this makeup and this tongue and the singing and casts a shadow. I mean, you think, oh my God, he's a weird guy.
Yeah.
Turns out that Gene is his mother is a Holocaust survivor.
Mm-hmm.
They went to live in dirt on the floor poor circumstances in Israel till he was about 10 or 12. Came here, wasn't quite dirt poor, but was poor. Mother survived by working. He lived in such dire circumstances that this child began to look for ways to survive, and miraculously picks up a guitar and thinks about what will make a character. The story of Gene Simmons is so touching about somebody who is in survival mode the whole time, and even now, but not even now. All his life, he's in survival mode.
We've had Gene on many times. We didn't get that out of him. He was too busy plugging everything.
Too busy trying to pick up my girlfriend at the time, too.
Yeah, he was trying to pick up Ann's girlfriend.
Bastard.
He was plugging the every kiss thing.
Did he?
I don't know, tell you the truth.
That's what. Is she still your girlfriend?
Nah.
Now there's another problem.
Traffic
with that.
girl over Channel 11.
Is your girlfriend now?
Well, she was.
Well, you want to tell Bill the story?
No, tell me the story.
It's a good
Gene,
This is a
what's
good
your
story.
girlfriend
Pretend you're
doing-
on the show right now.
What's Gene doing? What is your girlfriend doing on the show while Gene's on?
Well, she was doing the interview.
You might have
because she's the traffic girl, and sometimes the interview girl. This is going back like year and a half.
She's on TV right now,
ago.
Bill. We might see her.
Oh,
in a
yeah,
second
she
or
might.
two.
I'd love to take a look. And have you got a telephone number?
And then well, I don't think I'll be sending any texts after what happened.
It was a terrific ending to this relationship.
Well,
you might want to ask him about it.
It was
Bill.
a whirlwind romance that lasted an entire summer a couple of years ago, and we had a very good time and everything.
Really?
It was like Grease.
Yes, it was like Grease. It was wonderful for a summer, and then I kind of hooked up with somebody at a party at my house, which is a bad thing to do. You can't really get away. And
you played her false, Anthony.
She walked into the bedroom and found the girl in the walk-in closet.
She was hiding there,
yes,
and you were under the covers.
Yeah, and
wow.
He was hiding there behind all the guns.
And you're blaming
Gene?
No,
Gene?
well, that was before when everything was okay. Gene kind of got her in the newsroom and was, making all kinds of remarks, and then came on our show right afterwards and said, if you don't watch out, I'll screw your girlfriend. And I kind of laughed because I didn't know what had transpired before until she called me up and told me, hey, Gene Simmons was pulling some, stuff,
some moves.
trying to, he was being very inappropriate. I'm like, that son of a bitch came on here knowing that was my girlfriend and gave me some crap without me knowing, so I just laughed it off.
I wonder what goes through one's mind doing that on the air.
Yeah. But
it's risky.
That's the kind of guy that I see Gene Simmons as being. He's a little vindictive.
Well, I don't know, but I don't know that
Maybe
guy.
it's from the pain of growing up.
Right.
I don't know.
The guy I know touched my heart.
Yeah, he
and,
got a different Gene.
I got Gene Simmons.
You know what Gene I might have gotten? The one that beamed up in the broken transporter and divided into good and evil, Gene.
See, but that's a very painful process.
That I understand.
It feels like your insides are being ripped
apart. And then putting back together is a very difficult procedure. And thank God, Captain Kirk.
Man, it's not real. It's not real.
It together.
It was a TV show.
Because they couldn't survive without each other.
But
the strong
Gene
and the weak
Simmons
part.
interview on Raw Nerve.
Bio channel.
On the Bio channel.
Tuesdays, 10 o'clock.
Oh, thanks. I didn't know that. And is one of many touching interviews where you find the guy. Mm-hmm. And suddenly Gene Simmons is a real guy to me.
How do you get there, though?
How'd I get there?
Yeah, for real. How do you get there? Because
Well,
we just kind of
that's an interesting question.
We just try shit out on our show, and sometimes we hit, and sometimes we don't.
You got to work immediately. You got to get something now. Got to people listening who'll click you. Oh, geez, the Shatner's on. Let's turn it off. Unless Shatner's saying something of enough interest to stop the turning of that dial, or else get Shatner off quickly to get somebody more interested.
Never.
But how do you get him comfortable to say some stuff that you've never said before?
I try to take up minutia. I try to take up, I would talk, for example, if I were going to do you now, I would talk more about the girl.
Right.
How hurt you must have been. But what were you doing under the covers?
Cheating.
With this
Right.
And why did you want to cheat? And what is cheating? And not make you feel guilty, but, I mean, I wasn't caught under the blankets in my day.
Yes.
But we're all guilty of bad behavior of one kind or another over a lifetime. And there are reasons for that. And
You were constantly leaving heartbroken women all over the galaxy, Bill.
But what about you, and why did you do that?
Yeah,
And
thank
did
you
it-
for bringing it back to Anthony,
and
because
did
he
it
can't even look
seem-
you in the eye anymore.
That's right. And did it seem appropriate, or were you doing it to dirty the sheets?
It was pure lust, to tell you the truth. It was a very lustful thing. The relationship itself, I think, during the summer had kind of run its course. And
Why?
and
it was lust
it was
for your
a
girlfriend
very-
as well.
Yeah, for the girlfriend.
And she wasn't
well,
mentally-
Not so at the beginning. At the beginning, there was a relationship there more so than just lust. But I think after the entire summer, the end of the summer, it kind of got to...
hold on a second.
Yeah.
Hold on a second. Lust is good, right? I mean, lust is really good.
Yes,
I mean, it's part of what we are.
Oh, yeah.
But do you know, in your lifetime of relationships, do you know that lust mixed with affection and love is better?
Oh, absolutely.
You do know that?
Yeah.
You've had that?
It's got to be balanced out.
Well, not balanced necessarily.
Absolutely.
And when did you have that?
Before the traffic girl.
Right. Just before the traffic girl?
Oh, yeah, I think, yeah.
So
kind of a rebound.
what happened to that magical relationship?
It went about nine years.
Really?
Yeah.
And so did you leave her or did she leave you?
Oh, she kind of ditched me.
And that hurt. That killed, actually.
Yeah, well, you know something? I saw it coming, so it wasn't really that
Why didn't you do
painful.
something about it?
Because I'm kind of one of those guys that I let things kind of take their
No, wait a
their
minute.
course.
What does that mean? You alter the course of this conversation. Why don't you alter the course of of what seemed inevitable to you?
I should have, and I always kind of look back at those situations and say,
regret
I
it?
really should have
So
done something about that.
you were inactive. You were passive.
Yeah, very passive, and just kind of let things happen, and then I
But
realized.
why? And see,
Not
now
a rock
you're into
the boat
the
guy.
interview.
Yeah, see,
No,
now
but
you're
keep
talking.
going, because we've been wanting to know the answer to this for a long time.
If this were of interest
You're
to you-
filming, you could edit, and
right, and we'd be in the course of the fact that you did a 9-year relationship, and since then you've had a series of lustful, interesting, but not fulfilling relationships, and in a way, your action in your own house was to stop the relationship you were having.
Very good, yes.
So that would be my guess, and we'd go on from there. And I don't know
He
whether
blew it up.
Huh?
He blew it up.
I
He
blew
it up. Exactly.
Yeah, he blew up that relationship.
That's exactly right.
That was the way to get out of it, because
That is true.
I've been with Ann a long time. He doesn't like to confront things.
No.
Not a big fan of confronting things. I think humans in general aren't, but Ann certainly isn't. So he goes for I'll just blow
No,
this
it's
shit
easier
up.
not to, and I'm
Right.
guilty of that myself.
I think we all are.
Yeah, I'm kind of a Captain Christopher Pike in the chair guy. Yes or no?
You're good, though. You're good. That was good.
See, so I would have gone further and faster.
does.
I would have gone further and faster on that, and we're there because we're talking about something that is deep.
But you don't let him off the hook, and you like hit him fast with the questions.
Right, and because it is a sensitive subject, and because he's vulnerable on it, he was willing to open up, and he was a good guy and knew what I was doing, and allowed himself.
But you're
to.
also not a threatening guy. You're not like, I'm going to dig this out of you in some kind of a nasty way.
Exactly.
You're just talking.
I'm just talking to you.
That's it.
I'm
He's
just
also-
finding an interesting aspect of your
It's
personality that you're sort of you're half aware of it or fully aware of it yourself, and haven't just talked about it. So you're not reluctant to tell me.
Yeah, but it's Captain Kirk. That has something to do with it too.
William Shatner.
William Shatner
That's not Captain
is
Kirk.
is
That's
actually giving you therapy.
Actually,
which is your
I was
your
imagining
dream.
I was being interrogated by T.J. Hooker, so shut up.
I can't stand it.
Let's not forget about T.J. Hooker, Bob. What's wrong with you?
Of course. The Meatloaf interview. That was
He's a
that was
weird
good
guy,
one.
Bill.
Because he
He's
is a guy that
strange
No,
can.
he's not.
For real?
For real.
Did you see the documentary I think MSG did?
No.
And following him around the country? He's a weird dude. He's sick every day.
Sick physically?
Yeah. I think he's terrified to perform, so every day backstage he's getting sick, and his own staff rolls their eyes like, oh, here he goes again.
Yeah, but Meatloaf touched your soul.
Did he touch my soul? Yeah, he did.
Did you see the interview?
No.
Yeah, I saw that.
I saw the
He touched-
documentary.
No.
I'm just saying the documentary
No.
made me
On
feel
Raw
for the
Nerve.
guy. Why did
He makes you cry.
For real?
For real.
What does he say?
See?
it is.
There it is. What did he say?
What did he say? Because, now I need to know.
Death of his parents.
At what age?
Not so long ago.
Really?
Yeah. And he talks about it. He allowed himself to talk about it. And suddenly, this young man who was unaccustomed, maybe not unaccustomed, but ill at ease at talking, was not very verbal, didn't know quite what to do and what to say, was uncomfortable for the first 5 or 10 minutes, slowly opened up and slowly began to reveal an aspect of his life that was meaningful to him. And suddenly we were into a story of enormous proportions where both his parents, who died, I think it was carbon monoxide, together died.
Wow.
And he's performing, and he has to go on.
Wow.
Now, is that a story?
That's a hell of a story.
Yeah.
And he touched your soul. And he's not weird at all. I mean, he may act weird and he may be uncomfortable, but they're inside Meatloaf, which I asked him about his name. I mean, the very term Meatloaf gives you a disparaging thought about already.
Not me.
But Meatloaf was his name from the very beginning. It wasn't like an assumed name.
Wait, so he never... Well, how long ago did that happen?
I don't quite remember, but not too long ago.
And he didn't tell anyone else that before he went on your show? I don't remember reading about
Not that I
one.
know of. So what I'm saying to you is, these performers that we're able to book come on, and suddenly they're talking about stuff that is so part of a hidden part of their soul that is so revealing. Their humanity is so revealing that you want to love them.
And you think it's the closeness? Physically, how close you guys
I think
are?
that's an aspect to it. And there's no question about the genuineness of my interest.
I wish you were sitting 18 inches away from Anthony. You would have had him crying.
That's what it is.
It was
you would have had him
pizza,
crying.
but the pizza last night would.
It is true. It is the intimacy, the closeness, and you genuinely seem interested in what they're talking about.
If we were not on the air, if we were either somewhere else on my show or having a drink together,
in your house watching Monday Night Football.
There you
perhaps,
go. I would have followed that conversation.
Knock on your door.
I would have followed that conversation until you wanted to stop.
Yeah,
and we would have discovered more about what lust is and where it is and how does it feel. And
do you expose a lot about yourself during these conversations?
I make a point of trying to do so to make you feel comfortable.
Yeah, a little more comfortable.
So that when I say, I've done the same thing. Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Fouled my own nest.
Yeah. Fouled my own nest. Wow, that's a good one. One way to put it.
What was your saddest moment?
Saddest?
Yeah.
My own?
Yeah.
Well, many, but for me, the tragedy of that is most memorable in my life is the death of my wife.
Yeah, of course.
So that is a constant in my life.
That was in 1999, I believe.
Yes, exactly.
The pool accident.
Exactly. And that has remained with me every day of my life. Mm-hmm. So I'm never away. I find myself talking to her or saying something or whatever.
Yeah,
there's a reality there that is it's one of those things that you see in drama. People say, "Well, that's changed my life. That changed my life."
Is that hard to be remarried though, but still have that love for your old wife? To still, to talk to her.
Love is Elizabeth is my wife's name. Love builds on itself. I think you learn to love, and then you say, "Oh, that's what I felt. I'd like to feel that again." But I didn't do so well at that. I must try and remember not to do that again, whatever it was, some aspect.
Right.
And so it builds upon itself, and you become, as you get older, if you do this, a better lover in every sense of the word.
Now, of course, staying on the sorrow thing, when Spock was in that chamber in Wrath of Khan, and
my heart went out to him.
He had died,
and tears.
I knew that you were upset about that.
No, more than upset.
Yeah.
Spiritually, profoundly, and physically.
When you leaned against the glass and just kind of sat down,
yes.
You were a broken man at that point.
I would have broken the glass if I could have
I know. Don't go in there. You'll flood the whole compartment.
Exactly. So I put my hand up.
Yes.
Which, by the way, strangely, you should bring that up. We were describing, before the writing of the scene, months before the movie was being made, I said to the producer, and this is what, and the glass should be clear, and then I'll put my hand up. And he said, yeah, put the hand up, and he'll put his hand up, and we'll touch with the glass for him. And so the very thing I had imagined as an actor, that I would, to indicate the love between two men,
Sulu was in that scene? Just kidding. Just kidding.
But what I described was in the movie. That must be an unusual aspect because so many changes take place from the concept to the execution.
That was one of the most emotional scenes in any Star Trek, I believe. There were people genuinely crying in the theater when I saw that. Like, oh my God, here is something you never thought you'd see. It's Spock dying and Kirk having to watch him die like that. It was,
it's an enormous concept.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't remember who thought of it. It must have been one of the writers. But you set that scene up. It's like imagining what would be the ideal thing. Spock dies and Kirk has to watch. Now, how do you affect that? That may have been one way to do it. Work backwards. There's a great situation. How do we get that to happen? Well, he's going to flood the compartment. He can't open the glass door, but we can see him.
That worked well. In the new movie, by the way, a great little homage to your version of Captain Kirk a couple of times, which is just brilliant.
Really?
The way he sits in the chair and crosses his leg. He walks in at one point and just looks and goes, boom! Eating an apple during the Kobayashi Maru, as you were eating it, describing how you had gotten through it in Wrath of Khan. Just these little homage. They said you don't have to be a Star Trek fan at all to enjoy the movie, which is true. But if you are, you will see little things and scenes that are just like, oh my God, that is right on the button, Star Trek. So
very cool.
I hope, I don't know why, but I hope you enjoy it.
Well, I've got 2 other shows on the air this coming year. Another show on Bio called Aftermath. We're just starting to make that now, and a show on Discovery called...
What is Aftermath, though?
What is what?
What is Aftermath going to be?
Aftermath is an idea that, a concept that I was able to sell Bio Channel, and we're starting production on it today. And it would be an event that took place a while ago, say 5 years ago, that made the news and was all the rage and everybody talked about it. Tom Condit, for example. And now 5 years later, it's long since forgotten.
Right.
What has transpired?
What happened?
What happened?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's great.
Aftermath.
That's
so that'll be on Bio.
Concept, sure.
And then Weird or What is that weird or what? And the whole thing there. And there had been a show on Discovery called How Shatner Changed the World. Got good numbers, and it was a fun show. The people who did that were very happy about it. Discovery was very happy about it. So now I'm going to do a show, not like it, but
he's got a lot of shows.
Yeah,
I'm going up to L.A. tomorrow for pilot season.
Are you really?
Yeah.
What is that? A pitch?
I'm going to try to book an audition.
Good luck to you.
Thanks. Yeah.
You're not kidding?
Yeah.
What are you going to audition?
Oh, whatever they send me on.
Yeah. As an actor?
Yeah.
Good for you.
Thanks.
Why are you pumping your fist?
I have low self-esteem, and that's how I pump it back up.
That's exactly where I'm going to go. Exactly.
I just go like that. I pump it back up.
Well, then there you go.
Oh, my God.
Do that.
Yes.
A very funny comedian.
It's
very funny guy, yes.
Now,
we got to get him out of here.
I know. I just want to say, an amazing career. Did you ever imagine the longevity of William Shatner's career? It's really been.
I just wanted to
ride.
make a living as an actor, these many years ago, starting out in Canada.
I remember reading a story about you with just eating like something you can't even eat anymore because
fruit salad.
Yeah, fruit salad and coffee or something, and you were just dirt poor, broke.
That's right. 5 and Dime.
Yeah,
they don't have them anymore. 5 and Dime store in Ottawa.
Got a couple of gigs. With Twilight Zone episodes.
Those, yeah. But
those, yeah. I love those. Come on. Just had the marathon.
He's got my favorite song, one of my favorite songs of all time, Common People. That's
yeah.
It's one of my, I got it on my phone right now.
Travis, we'll play that when we say goodbye to William. Yeah, I love that song. I haven't heard that.
Common People,
that is
which is another thing that's
happening.
I'm doing documentaries. I've got a documentary out. The Milwaukee Ballet Company choreographed a ballet to 6 of my songs from that album, Has Been. And I called it Gonzo Ballet. I filmed it. I had about 8 cameras on it, shooting the making of a ballet to 6 of my songs. It's unbelievable. It's won awards in.
How do you get that idea?
They said,
hey, let's put a ballet to.
Well, that was their idea, and I said that sounds like a good idea. Do you mind if I film it? So I filmed it and put together Gonzo Ballet, which won awards. Won an International Film Festival award, and you'll be seeing it soon in DVD and on the
You
air.
sure are a throw it against the wall and see if it sticks kind of a guy.
Well, that's...
and he really has
it usually
to go.
falls to the floor, but...
Bill,
do I got to go? I got to go.
Yeah, we love you, and we would have you
absolutely
in for the whole show, but you really do have to go. So let's not forget Shatner's Raw Nerve Tuesdays tonight at 10 p.m. on the Bio channel. Some of the guests this year. You have a list?
Rush Limbaugh.
Is it this
Jerry
list I got?
Springer,
Regis Philbin, Mackenzie Phillips. Look at that. Larry Flint, Tony Danza, and more. Great.
Yeah, great.
All right, check it out on the Bio channel
William
tonight at
Shatner.
10.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you.
I think we got comic people going to break. We'll continue. Opie and Anthony. Opie and Anthony, Bob Kelly in studio. We don't want Meatloaf crying somewhere. That story that Mr. Shatner told about Meatloaf's parents dying of carbon monoxide poisoning, both at the same time, did not happen to Meatloaf's parents.
Really?
It was poor Weird Al Yankovic's parents.
Are you kidding?
Nope. Danny looked it up.
Wow.
Yeah.
So where are Meatloaf's parents?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I
don't know, but that was
Shatner.
That was kind of a fail. But we love William Shatner. He's always a great guest.
What did he do?
Huh?
What did he do? He said...
He mixed up a couple famous people.
He mixed up. In 2004, Yankovic's parents were found dead in their filming.
They were in their 80s.
Accidental carbon monoxide.
What else you need from your parents at that point?
Fireplace.
What happened?
Their fireplace, the flue was closed.
Well.
Oh, Christ. Come on.
Exactly.
Oh, my God. The old flue was closed, huh?
Meatloaf cried in Fight Club. That's the difference. Thank you, Kevin from Connecticut. Yes.
Did he do a song parody about it? My folks need oxygen.
That's fucked up.
Hey, can we play Kenny doing that Owl City Firefly song again?
Oh, I love that. Yeah.
I just want to play it. And then we got Bobo news, I guess. Bobo's got
I was going to... You know something?
I saw that. I was trying
to... picture that Danny found when he was talking about, Shatner was talking about two men, loving each other.
Yeah, and
Kirk and Spock.
I should have brought it up, too, because I did watch... There was a couple of documentaries about Trek fans.
Yeah.
And there is some weird culture where people they write, these weird Kirk Spock fantasies and stuff.
Yeah.
And, I should have asked him about it, I guess, but... I forgot, but I found a picture of Kirk and Spock taking a bath together.
With planets in the background. And
Well, at least we know who's the bottom and who's the top.
yeah, they're obviously both nude. Spock is leaning against the tub, has his back against the tub, and Kirk is just gently laying his head on Spock's chest and lovingly looking back at him
but
as they
Spock-
both bask in the warm water of a bath.
Spock's hand is real manly, though. Look at that arm draped over the
Oh,
tub.
I know.
Holding his
Spock's
baby
just
girl.
looking at Kirk very logically, and Kirk is looking very lovingly. Who the fuck painted that? Some sick son of a bitch made him homo.
That's awesome.
It's like they're fucking in space.
Yeah, in a tub.
You know, this isn't hard to find either. So, you know, to bring its relevancy so close to the top, like a lot of people have to be searching it out, which is the scariest.
Shatner was making eye contact with me, talking, and I glanced over and saw that picture, and I'm just like, oh, fuck, don't look over, man. Don't look over. I don't want to have him see that.
Actually, you were replacing your face with Spock's face in the tub.
Yes, wow.
Guys,
How funny are you, though? You fucking, we're talking about his wife's death. I'm like, oh my God. And then you're just like, yeah, remind me of the time when Spock.
Hey, we had to bring
It's
it
like,
back.
What the fuck?
that was a
bring it
brave
back,
move,
man.
I had a follow-up question. Thank God.
Oh, no.
You went in there.
What did you
No,
have?
nothing bad. I was going
Oh.
serious with that whole fucking thing.
I know.
But then you went. That was brave, man. I was like,
For a split second, I thought you were going to ask him how come they didn't just shoot her down to the Genesis planet.
all right, you know.
In the giant sunglasses case.
The Dolce Gabbana case.
Oh, shit.
Maybe
that's
next
terrible.
time we could do that.
Shit.
Hey guys, very tragic news. Simon Cowell is leaving American Idol. I don't know what is going to happen when Simon leaves this show. Do you have a thought on this, Anthony?
Yeah,
Will the
I
show
do.
go on without Simon?
The thought I have is I
don't
couldn't
give a fucking shit.
care.
I watch it.
So what? What about Simon? What's so big about Simon?
He's bringing that other show that he owns to America. That's why he's a smart man.
Yeah, but he is
English
honest.
guy.
He is the only honest person on that fucking show.
Yeah, but Jimmy,
other
I mean,
guy.
he says exactly.
Jimmy has a great bit on that, though.
Yeah, but he's very honest.
Get some up and coming gangsters on that show and see if he's as brave.
Yeah,
it's part of a longer bit that Norton does. It's not that brave to beat up these little kids with a dream.
Yeah,
do it to some rap artists coming up.
Yeah, but I mean, he is honest. I mean, everybody else is horseshit. So.
Well, Ellen DeGeneres is going to be a judge.
She's going to be the nice judge.
That's going to be crazy.
With a little comedy.
I bet she gets up and dances a little when some of the people are singing.
That show will be over soon.
Yeah, it's done. I actually went to the last
No, you didn't.
the last show. Yeah, I did. Absolutely, I did. Don't ever fucking do that to me.
No, you didn't.
I'm Rob Kelly, fucking Detective Inc. Rogue cop. I'll fucking snap right in the studio, Opie. I went to the finals last year.
Was it cool?
Dude, it was pretty fucking amazing that those guys were nobody, and then they're on stage in front of the biggest people in show business wailing it out. It was pretty wild. A year ago, they were nobodies, and now they're all fucking millionaires.
What the hell is that?
Oh, this is awesome. This is
awesome.
Yeah, this is something, believe it or not, you'll never believe D-Boy turned me on to.
D-Boy.
D-Boy's a fucking creepy weirdo. But someone made this like weird remix. It's all about Shatner talking about why Captain Kirk climbs a mountain. I don't know what this is or where it's from, but it makes me laugh every time I play it.
Right.
Travis reminded me.
Let me hear a little bit of it.
Just let it ramp up a second.
Groovy.
Captain Kirk is climbing a mountain. Why is he climbing a mountain? Captain Kirk is climbing a mountain. Why is he climbing a mountain? Captain Kirk is climbing a mountain. Why is he climbing a mountain? Captain Kirk is climbing a mountain. Why is he climbing a mountain? To hug the mountain. To envelop that mountain with hug the mountain. To envelop that mountain with hug the mountain. That mountain. He wants to make love to the mountain. Tough young guys, sinewy bodies, and their fingers and teeny toes challenge the rock, challenging death. Why do I climb a mountain? Because I'm in love.
What the fuck? Jesus. What the hell? He has done some odd shit, man.
I've really got to find the original of this to see what he's talking about.
Right.
Yeah.
Very good. Speaking of D-Boy, he made the new sweeper for the new show. We're now called the Virus Breakfast Show. Right?
The number one rated virus.
There was favorite in there.
What?
Favorite Virus Breakfast Show? I don't know.
Number one rated.
It's the top-rated Virus Breakfast Show. With your hosts, Opie and Anthony. The Virus Breakfast Show.
Oh, God, that stinks. Oh, it's perfectly horrible. Breakfast show.
So, Bobby,
what's up?
Oh, we got Bobo out there too. I want to know more about your
What is Bobo
your
doing?
TV show you're trying to get developed.
It's just about a rogue cop, man. Just a rogue cop.
And you were trying out your moves with Sam.
No, I was just.
What's the name of the show again?
It's called Robert Kelly Detective Inc. That's capital INC period. Rogue cop at the end of that.
And you're going to be a rogue?
I'm a rogue cop. I don't go rogue. I mean, I do things by the book. It's just when I get the guy, you don't know when it's going to happen. Sometimes just.
Wow.
God damn it.
A lot of pain.
A lot of pain.
And is there going to be is there going to be like a mad, angry captain that's always pissed at you because you're not doing things by the book?
Yeah, but I'm actually going to get Cagney and Lacey. It's two dykes. Like two dykey. Both of them. They're like, but now they're just fat.
Oh, God.
old.
I think they're
just
dead.
two twatty fucking cat. I have two of them.
Yeah.
And then, but I actually get fired and I open up my own Detective Inc.
Oh, okay. So
because I'm a rogue cop, I go
fired.
nuts. Yeah, because one time I was arresting a guy, and just in the middle of it, I went rogue and I jumped on one of those skidoos on the ocean, and I just went and drove across over to Brooklyn for no reason. And the guys got away. I just went rogue.
You went rogue.
And I saw a skidoo, a little water skidoo, and I went woo, and
a sea-doo?
I went over to Brooklyn.
You mean a sea-doo?
Yeah.
A skidoo.
I call them skidoos.
I jumped on a skidoo.
He's rogue.
A water skidoo, and I just went rogue.
You're crazy.
And that's why I got fired, because I should have been there to arrest to close the case. I just saw it, and I had to. Oh!
What were the repercussions of you not following through with the case? Did someone die?
No, nobody died, but
see, it should be somebody dies, and then you have to try to clear it and fix what you did wrong.
What happens
with
is
Detective Inc.
What happens is that those guys get away. And I continue to chase them on the side, but I have to pay the bills, so people come to me.
Right, so it's
that's
kind
my
of an
side
underlying storyline.
Right.
And then every week you get new cases.
Yeah, that's the thing, is that every case, though, like, I go rogue, so you don't, like, I can just see a jump rope.
Yeah.
And just start, I got a jump rope!
Wow.
In the middle of the action. Like, there's a gunfight, ping, bang, ping, poo! And I'm fighting, and and then I jump and rope. I'm rogue. I slapped an old lady in the show.
Yeah.
I just slapped her. And it was
For no reason.
Nah,
You got this
she
shit
walked
inside
out, she was like, "Oh, yeah, can you please help me?" And I just slapped her. And I go, "Hold your purse tighter next time. If you see them walking down the street, go on the other side. You don't walk up to them."
I don't know.
No,
I'm not feeling it.
Oh, hold on a minute. Steve in Ohio has something on this. Steve?
Yes.
Hey guys, what's up? Hey Bobby, that show idea sounds awesome, and it was really good the first time we saw it when it was called The Shield. Out.
Oh, The Shield.
You're ripping off The Shield.
No, that wasn't
road cop.
He was angry. Very angry.
He was
very
rogue.
angry, Opie. You don't get it. He was angry. I'm rogue. I don't get it. I just...
As the road cop, will you have coffee in your hand constantly?
I
got your coffee.
I have a cup of coffee, but it's always in like a 7-Eleven plastic cup.
Yeah.
Like I only go there to get it.
Yeah.
I always have
that. becomes like a gimmick almost.
Yeah, he's angry. I'm not really angry. I go rogue. Like something just happens.
Yeah.
But what's the backstory? Why you go rogue? What happened to you?
What happened?
And you try to get over,
because
and you just can't.
I cared so long and so hard and played by the rules that one day I just said, you know what? I'm just doing whatever the hell comes into my brain.
Wow.
And I did it one time, And it was so freeing.
Hence the skidoo.
The skidoo, the water skidoo. It was so freeing to me.
Water
Yes,
skidoo.
I didn't close the case. Yes, I got fired. But I learned something about me that I can do whatever I want to do. And that's my problem. Now I'm addicted to it. I'm addicted to the high of that first skidoo.
Why were you on the skidoo?
It was there, man. I just saw it. I looked at it. Ping, ping, and I saw a gun. And I was about to close, and then I saw the skidoo, and I was like, my brain was like, do it.
We're going to Brooklyn.
Just go over.
Jordan in Scranton says Bob Kelly will be playing the lead in a new mystery show called Murder He Ate.
Yeah. I don't know if that's funny anymore. We get it. Fat jokes.
Yeah, what the
I'm really
Hey,
not-
you're rogue, though. You're
Yeah, but I'm
rogue.
really not that fat anymore. I'll wait for around 5 more. If I don't book this show doesn't go, if
What
this doesn't
show?
get picked, dude.
Oh, the
If this show doesn't get picked up
What's
by
the name of it
FX,
again?
it's Robert Kelly,
Right.
Detective Inc.
INC in capital
Yeah,
letters.
rogue cop.
That's wonderful.
Yeah. And if I don't book any, honestly,
Scott in Quakertown writes, I like this
Oh, no,
idea
you
when
go.
it was the movie Cobra.
No, that's he wasn't
How is it
rogue.
different
He was,
than Cobra?
Because he kept control. He was cool. I'll randomly do shit. Like I was at this fair and I was about to, I was in a gunfight and then I was karate and jiu-jitsu on this guy.
Yeah.
Dude, this big guy. He had teeth. He had silver teeth. All his teeth were made out of silver and he could just bite into stuff.
Yeah.
And I was about to, get the move on him.
Yeah,
The,
yeah.
triangle.
Right.
Oh, the omoplata. And then what happened was I saw this balloon thing. And I went over and started making balloon animals. I just ran over and I was like, come on! And I made balloon animals and like a bicycle.
What about Lethal Weapon? Mel
Yeah.
Gibson's character was a rogue cop in that. You can't say he wasn't rogue.
No, he was crazy. I'm rogue. Rogue means I just go and I'm rogue. I actually have a leather jacket with a big rose on the back, and it says rogue in old English leather that somebody painted.
They want to change the name of your show, if you don't mind. Chris C. from Virginia.
Yeah.
He'll be on NYPD Beluga.
Oh.
They're calling him Starsky and Husky.
Law and Ordering Big Breakfast Unit.
That was a good one.
Niagara Falls.
That was a good one.
Murder He Bloat.
He bloat. See, he's not fat, though.
That was pretty funny.
John in Bayville, rogue cop. He sees a donut and doesn't eat it.
Go jack off.
Hold on, we got Eric and Georgia.
Go jack off. Wait, go back to that one.
Hawaii 500.
Yes. That was a good.
Eric in Georgia. Eric.
Hey, good morning, breakfast show. Hey, I wonder if Bob Kelly's new show is named Perry Mayonnaise.
Oh, Perry
Mason.
Wow.
Doesn't quite work very well.
It wasn't worth you pushing buttons.
Yeah.
Danny's got a good one. Danny only laughs at really good ones. He's so fucking polluted. What is it, Danny? You know what's funny if Danny's laughing? Other than that, you get a stone face.
You could be call the show Chips and Cookies and Cake and Fudge.
That's funny. That's a good one. I like the pause on that was perfect, Anthony.
You have to play
Chips.
it.
It's the only way to do it.
Cookies
you
and
gotta
dragon.
Yeah.
That was good. Mm-hmm. Come on. Come on.
Oh, this is a good question. Mongo the trucker. Mongo.
Yeah, is there going to be an episode where you try to bust an Asian prostitution ring? You can call it Match the Snatch.
Magnum PIE.
Jordan has the same joke, but went Magnum PIG.
Fuck, you just did two of the same jokes.
I know.
Yeah, going rogue though, right?
Rogue.
I go rogue, but rogue, it's not angry.
Mm-hmm.
It's not crazy. It's rogue.
Mm-hmm.
It's rogue. It's totally different.
Apparently, I can't figure out another rogue cop movie.
Well, Kevin in Connecticut says it's actually two shows in one. Fish and chips.
That was actually all right. That was good. That was all right.
Because you got to have your comedy in there, too, you know.
Cold cuts files.
That was good. That's funny.
Let's go to Danny and Philly. Danny?
Hey, stupid Bobby. You should
Shut the fuck up. Don't call me stupid. You fucking moron. I know more about fucking anything than you. I match the hatch. What do you know?
That's great, hon.
Exactly. Shut up, you fucking
Great, hon.
cocksucker. Go ahead. What are you going to say? I'm just kidding.
He
Go ahead.
kind of got you with that one, Bob.
Just kidding. Yeah, go ahead.
How about NYPD boo?
Yeah, exactly. To yourself. Hey. Ugh.
How about 21 jump off a bridge? That's in Indiana.
Heart-to-heart attack.
That was it.
Let's say hi to Brian and Philly. Brian.
Hey, good morning, guys. How about Kadumbo?
Dumbo.
Dumbo.
NYPD blue cheese.
Let's say hi to Footer. Footer.
Hey, what's up, guys?
Hey.
This is really similar to like a lot of other shows. I don't think it's gonna work. Oh, little Footer, punch it out.
What? Well, who's screening these calls? You?
Literal Footer.
Well, fuck yourself.
Well, fuck you. Who? I mean, go.
I
He
ain't
stinks.
fucking screening the
Two
fucking calls.
fucking boos in a row.
Well, go fuck yourself.
Well,
Find
fuck.
another fucking fly fishing
Fatlock.
partner, because I'm out.
You're not out. You're in.
I am. When are we going? March?
March.
All right.
Iron side of bacon. These people are great, man.
I mean,
they're just a bunch of assholes. I love it.
They're still working off Law and Order, if you don't
Yeah.
mind. Wait, now they're coming in way too.
Oh, this one's an oldie. Spam Spade.
No Bones in PA. Law and Order, me a sandwich.
That's a good one.
The meats of San Francisco.
How about Adam 350?
Meets of San Francisco.
Let's see.
The fuck?
Very good. People are funny motherfuckers, man.
Brad and Philly, BJ and the Bear Claw.
That's funny.
Charlie's Angel Food Cake. Bobby starring in Fatlock. Sorry.
Yeah, that's all right. Yeah, you fucking, you hit the chair.
I was trying to sell that
You
one.
did a knee slapper.
I was trying to sell that
Fucking
one.
1985.
At least I
That's
admitted.
all right. Yeah, you're right.
All
You're
right.
right.
Well, fuck
Oh my God, look at this fucking girl. So, Jesus.
What's going on?
God.
Oh, damn. She pissed, yo.
Motherfucker.
Oh, right.
She mad.
God.
She's so mad.
Do we do the first 48?
I'm not sure.
First 48 ad food product here. That's coming in a lot.
They're not even doing cop shows now. Now they're just like,
well,
What do they do?
they're throwing in like
What?
happy glaze.
oh wait,
What
What
that
the
even
fuck
mean?
does that mean?
this is a good one. Oscar and Riverhead. Oscar.
Hey, Bobby, I got the perfect name for your television.
Hi,
Are you
buddy.
ready?
What's up? Go ahead.
Big Bones.
Oh,
right, I'm a
so
douche.
phone.
No. What was it? Big Bones?
Yeah. Yeah.
That was all right.
Oh, this is a good one. Sean of Staten Island.
I don't think anything's going to be meats
Sean.
of San Francisco.
Sean.
CS, I can't see my junk.
Oh.
CS, I can't see my junk.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't like the phone ones. I like the ones you're reading.
Hill Street, dude.
Yes. That's a You know, if I could do the acting on that one, or would have Oh, that's fucking funny.
Well, good luck to you.
listeners.
Opie, I'm having you on the show. You're gonna do a guest spot.
I ain't doing
You're gonna
shit.
be. You guys gonna be. You're gonna play yourselves.
I ain't doing shit.
And shit is really Opie. Is that how it fucking works? You just
I ain't
deny.
doing shit.
Really has the flow of the show down, doesn't he?
I ain't doing shit.
Cocksucker. All right, relax.
All right, what am I doing on your show?
Nothing. I'm firing you. I'm only having Ant.
What is Ant doing on the show?
Ant's going to be a radio talk show, successful guy, morning
yeah?
show, and you actually get killed by a young girl.
What?
Like a 16-year-old girl you have at your house kills you with one of your own guns.
I don't like that.
I have to solve the murder.
I'm in possession of my firearms at all time.
Yeah, that's what I got to figure out. How'd she get in there?
Excuse me.
Oh, okay.
She rubbed your dead thumb over the fingerprint thing on the safe.
That's a good one. Dennis in Yonkers.
Hey, how about the French fry connection?
That's pretty good.
You stink, Bobby.
I love you, faggot.
I like the Knish.
The Knish. That's fucking good.
The Knish.
The Knish. The Knish.
They're just moving past detective shows now. Spencer and Westchester.
SpongeBob Fat Pants.
See, that isn't even a...
That's not even a detective show, you asshole.
God, come on. The Knish.
The Knish is fucking great.
That's a good one.
I still like the meats of San Francisco.
I know the meats of San Francisco.
I don't know if we did this one. Dan in Florida. Dan.
Hey, boys, how about Magnum P? Boo.
Boo.
Oof.
Hey, how about your Patriots there, Bobby, huh?
That's fucking... You know what?
It's over, right? Dynasty's over.
Yeah, it's pretty much done. I mean, I gave up when they lost to the Giants. I stopped being a fucking uber fucking cult fan. I could give a fuck.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Never got over that loss, huh? That was a rough one.
No, it's just the fucking fact that I was sitting in a room with 15 other people and everybody just lost their minds because the fucking dumb Patriots lost the game. I was like, fuck, I'm not doing this ever again. I'm not getting that involved in a fucking sports team where I wanted to jump. I wanted to like do something bad to myself or somebody else. And I'm like, for what? Yeah, that was the last time I was invested.
One of the worst losses ever.
It was terrible.
That's a rough one.
Yeah, but who gives a fuck? But you're right.
That is one of the roughest ones ever.
That was terrible, but...
Wow.
Yeah, but I can't believe they played... It didn't even fucking matter.
Wow.
And they played Wes Welker. Oh, they played everybody. Brady has 3 broken ribs, and they played Wes Welker. It's fucking over. Yeah, what are you going to do? Fuck it.
Brady's got the supermodels. Is he really giving it that extra effort these days?
It has to be. It has to.
When he has that to go home to, he's still a great quarterback, but...
It has to be
Does he have the eye of the tiger?
No. No, and he's a fucking...
What about Belichick? Does he walk?
No.
Rumor is he's going to walk. Little rumor up there in Boston.
Where's he walking?
Where's he going to?
He fucking had it.
Where's he going to go?
He still has his hair. It's not gray yet.
I think if he knows he can't win a Super Bowl with the guys he's got, then he walks, and then he picks up with another team that might have a better chance. That's what those guys do.
Yeah.
Come on. Who are you kidding?
Yeah, maybe.
Come on.
Let's say Greg on Long Island.
How about Diner Harry?
That's why I said, I probably should save your beating. Oh, this is a good one. Scott. What was that? Scott in Tampa.
Running out of gas.
Scott.
Hey, how about Porky and the Bandit?
All right, we're done.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we're done.
Yeah, but there's one guy out there right now.
Officially over.
Can I just say that there's one guy right now who just came up with a really good one, and it was like, I got it, and now it's over, and he's like, fuck.
Which one was the most hurtful to you?
None, actually,
most hurtful.
None of them hurt. None of them hurt.
Which one kind of got you a little bit?
No, none of them hurt. No, I liked Meets of San Francisco. Was
that was
hilarious.
That was a good one.
That was a good one. And then what was the
No, the one that
what
he
was
paused.
the Columbo one?
No, the Chips one was good.
Chips, that was a good one. But that was, I have to give half to the guy and half to Anthony's performance.
Yeah, Anthony.
His
really,
pause on that was
really
almost
just
fucking magical. That was a fucking great Chips and cookies, and then he rolled it off.
No, I think the Knish was my
The
favorite.
Knish is a good one. The Knish is a good one. But Meets of San Francisco, I don't know why that hit me. The Knish was a good one. But yeah, it was actually good.
We're just reviewing them.
Well,
Give a little review.
This one just came in. XXL files.
That's not bad.
All right,
It's not
well, it's
bad.
kind of crime fighting, sort of.
XXL
That's
files.
Ryan something. Gives us his email address and all sorts.
Could I have it?
All right. Hey, Bobo booked a gig. Stay out there, you fuck.
Oh, my God.
What's the COVID?
Well, here's the deal.
That had to be one.
busy.
I think Heather Heights or Heather Height. What is she on Twitter? Heather Height or Heather Heights? I always forget.
I think it's Height.
Height. She she tweeted me like she's very concerned because Bobo's going to Buffalo. I'm like, what the fuck?
Bobo's going to Buffalo?
For a gig.
For what?
For a shady gig.
What do you mean a shady gig?
Well, Bobby.
For what?
Bobby?
Yes, sir.
You're a big star now, but when you were starting out in comedy, you had to do some shitty gigs, right?
Yeah.
All right, Sam will explain the shitty gig that Bobo got booked for, and then you give your opinion on it.
Yeah.
All right?
What's the
Because you've
gig?
been around the block a few times. Go ahead, Sam.
Well, Bobo got booked for a gig. I think it's at the University of Buffalo. It's in Buffalo. It's on the South Campus in a, quote, new comedy club, which is a fraternity house.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, shit.
Oh, I've done a
And
couple of those.
Oh, he's dead.
The payment, travel is on him. He's not getting, the travel's not getting paid
He has,
for.
he has to pay to get to Buffalo.
Wait, yeah, to drive up there, and he's making $100 plus $5 for every ticket, quote unquote, sold.
Oh my God!
What is?
I mean, for that little money, they could just shit on him and not pay him. Just beat the crap out of him.
Yeah, he's got a door deal at a frat house.
Who made this deal for him?
Bobo made the deal for himself.
Oh, he brokered that.
Try collecting that money at the end of the night.
Yeah, right?
Baba, where's my money? Get the fuck out of here! Come downstairs. It's in the basement.
I wasn't paid.
I bet, you know what, maybe Heather Height's onto something. That looks like a really fucking shady.
Somebody should videotape this whole escapade.
It's going to be a wreck.
The whole thing.
Well, Bobo has said that his set is being recorded for the release of his CD.
What?
A what?
Which he's calling Obama Nation. Like Obama.
Does he have a few sample jokes that he could do for everybody?
Yeah,
Maybe we could bring everybody in.
He's been
You know the
working
deal.
on some jokes.
All right. I bet you he's going up there to star in a snuff film.
Yeah, they're just going to put him in a snuff film.
Well, Bobo.
Someone came up with one we hadn't heard.
What?
Sweat.
SWAT was the original.
Yeah, no, I got it.
All right. I wasn't sure if you got it.
I was just wondering. I didn't know if I liked it or not. But I think I do like it.
pretty good.
I think I like it.
What about Cagney and Gravy? Justin and Tucson.
That was a fucking good one. I think that overtook the meats of San Francisco. Cagney and Gravy is fucking great. Shit. You know what sucks about this? You're making fun of me, but I'm actually starting to come up with ones of my own.
know, you gotta like it.
How about Matt in Jersey, NYPD full?
Oh, me have it. All right.
Tank Rizzo writes, Little House on the Dairy.
But that's not a cop
It's not a
show.
cop
I
show.
said they went past the cop shows a long time
Go
ago.
back.
Go back to the cop shows? All right,
my
we'll only
God.
accept cop shows. So, and with that gig in mind, Bobo decided to promote it himself. So what he decided to do was imitate Sam doing a backstage with Bobo.
Yeah.
He plays the part of Sam
no.
and himself, Bobo.
Because I walked in into my office and he was sitting at my desk, and before I told him to remove himself, Travis informed me that he had been sitting at the desk pretending to be me, and then Bobo said that he wanted to do a backstage with himself so he could promote his gig. Mm-hmm. So I put a mic in front of his face and then gave it to Troy Kwan to produce.
And this is what happened.
And now, backstage with O&A. Here is Primetime Sam Roberts.
I'm Primetime Sam Roberts, and this is another Backstage with O&A. Our own Bobo has been rumored to be booked for a stand-up gig, his first headlining gig, at the South Campus of the University of Buffalo. We went to our own Bobo to give the scoop behind the rumors. Yes, Sam, it is a true rumor. I am doing a headlining gig at the South Campus of the University of Buffalo. Tickets will be on sale at the door. It's on January 13th. The show is at 9 p.m. Eastern time, and it's going to be at some sort of a frat house that's been booked. That's going to be used as a makeshift comedy club. And I'll also be taking advance orders for my CD, and I'll also be taking advance orders for the shirts. I didn't have the shirts ready, but the rumors is true. I am headlining in Buffalo, so be sure to go see me. So it is true. Our own Bobo is performing in a frat house. Maybe Bobo will get lucky and some smoking hot college broad who's dead drunk will get the honor of getting getting booked in the ass by his 3.5-incher. This has been
Backstage with O&A.
Take out the word drunk.
Holy shit.
What the fuck?
What was that?
I don't know.
That was
I want to go.
Promoting his gig.
I want to go.
That was a disaster.
I heard January 13th, which would be tomorrow.
Yes, he's doing this tomorrow.
He does realize Buffalo's pretty far away.
I think he's driving up today
Today?
or early tomorrow.
All the way to Buffalo for this gig. Should we talk to Bobo about this gig?
Oh, abso-fucking-lutely.
How's he getting there?
Yeah, what's
Who
he
booked him?
How is he gonna?
Oh yeah, that was another good part. When he showed us
Gonna get paid?
the phone number of the guy who booked him, the name that the guy gave him didn't match the voicemail, which Bobo explained. We thought it was shady at first, but Bobo explained
it.
All right, Bobo?
Obviously, somebody is sharing the cell phone.
Hi, Bobo.
Hi, how's it going? As you heard, I am performing at the University of Buffalo South Campus tomorrow at 9 o'clock.
Yeah. Well, how did this come about?
Well, I got a phone call from the guy that's putting this together, and I kind of had to work the deal myself. I don't have an agent, at least not yet.
No?
At least not yet.
I'm very surprised that you don't have an agent.
Believe me, hopefully I will get an agent soon. I'm actually going to talk to my brother to see if he wants to be my agent.
Well, what does he know about being an agent?
Well, for one thing, my brother is an accountant.
Didn't you fuck him?
And no, that never happened.
No, he fucked.
Oh, sorry,
Bobo.
Bobo. You're right. Yeah.
Yeah, but the reason I'm going to him is I figured he'd be good with numbers since he's an accountant.
So what does that have to do with negotiating a deal?
Well, I don't know. I figured he might be the best. If I'm going to go with someone I know, I figured I might have to go with him since he's good with handling money, and plus maybe he might be able to give me some investment advice.
So you're going all the way to a frat house in Buffalo to do a gig
$100
for $100, but you have to get yourself there.
I'm being driven there by a friend of mine who's also a friend of Heather Heights. His name is Mersh.
Yeah.
Mersh.
He's on line 3.
All right. What's up, Mersh?
Hey, what's up, guys?
How the fuck did you get involved with this?
I'm the fucking idiot that does anything Heather asks. So, and I'm taking Bobo up to get fucking hopefully date raped by a point guard from the University of Buffalo.
An angry point guard that really believes he should be playing Division I ball.
Oh my god! So, I told Heather last night I'm burning a bunch of fucking just hardcore metal CDs, and I am just blasting that radio the entire way to Buffalo.
Yeah, because he's just going to babble.
When are you leaving?
I'm not sure when we're leaving yet. I just got woken up and told to call you guys, but I really am the fucking worst guy in the world to have planned your trip to Buffalo.
Yeah, Bobo, when are you leaving?
Very early in the morning.
Tomorrow?
Yup, very early.
Tomorrow?
Very early.
Yeah,
early.
exactly. I said very early.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
I already said tomorrow.
Yeah.
Now, what are you going to do? What do you do when you get there and they go, okay, here's Bobo?
And tell you to pull your pants down and pick up marshmallows. Oh, wait, that was
Are
me.
you telling you're going to do jokes, right?
Yeah, I'm going to.
How much time do you have, Bobo?
It's a half-hour set. I got.
You got a half hour?
Yeah.
You don't even have 4 minutes.
I was like, well, I had stuff put together.
Well, how
Someone
about...
wrote it for you.
No, I came up with this stuff myself.
Why don't you fucking let us hear some of it?
Well, I'm only going to give you part of it. I don't want.
That's fine, but let's get an audience
I don't want the
in
whole
here.
surprise ruined. I don't want the surprise ruined. I don't want the audience to hear everything that they're going to hear.
They're not all listening to the show right now.
And you want to give them a little taste of something.
The sad part is when you walk in, only 1 or 2 people are going to know who you are.
Well, I'm not going to say where you're going to hear this in the act, but...
All right, hold on. We're going to get everybody in.
Yeah, let's get an audience
Get
in here,
Love
so
Buzz
don't
in
say
here.
anything yet. Keep your mouth shut. So you're getting paid $100 plus... How much per ticket?
$5 off of each ticket sale.
Oh, and how many tickets are sold so far?
I haven't heard yet. I'm going to be calling the guy after the show. I'm going to be calling the guy.
Why can't you call him now? Say
I'm
how
here
many
right now.
Is this guy on the phone going to be on the show too? Is he going on?
No, he's the guy
He's
that's
probably going to
putting
save
this.
the whole thing.
He's
and
the guy
do some
that's
time,
putting
'cause
this whole
he
thing
does,
together.
Well, why don't you keep talking, Bubba? Sorry.
He's the guy that's putting this all together.
So it's just you. You're the only one doing comedy. Nobody's going on before you.
Yeah, there is a couple local people.
So there's local. Wait a minute.
Local people.
There's local Buffalo comics going on before you.
Yes, that's
And
right.
they.
What are their names?
I don't know their names. I just know they're local guys. All right.
All right.
And then you at the end.
You're headlining.
I'm headlining.
You're the headliner. Have you ever headlined?
This is my headlining debut.
Have you ever done stand up?
I've opened for Joe DeRosa once, and I opened for Rich Voss.
No. You introed them.
I intro.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
He thinks opening is saying, "Are you guys ready?"
No, he told a few
Exactly.
jokes.
Oh, he told jokes.
No, he told like
2 or 3 jokes.
And it wasn't even jokes, but whatever. And now you're stretching a minute, which you did, about a minute or a minute and a half, to a half-hour set. Do you know comics work their entire lives to get like a half hour of solid material?
Well,
and you whipped it up in how long? How long did it take you to come up with a half hour?
Oh my God!
It was a few weeks over the course of that time.
What scumbag comics are helping you with this? What guys are going? No, that's
Nobody's
good.
helping.
That's good.
Hold on, but we're getting
Are
info.
you running it by anybody?
Hold on,
I
Bobby.
was running it with my cousin.
All right, hold on. We're getting info about the South Campus. Luke, Uncle Luke in Buffalo.
Luke.
Hey, what's up, boys?
Hey.
Hey, Bobo, I wouldn't fucking do this, man. That's a bad part of town. There's a bunch of fucking wackos and shit over there. Those dudes are shady as hell, man. You better not fucking headlining like a crusty punk show they do over in that area.
Well,
yeah,
he's not afraid.
You're not afraid, right, Bobo? You're from Queens. You can handle shit.
Yeah, I am not afraid of that. First of all, I can't even hear this guy, so I don't even know what he's saying. All right, what are you saying, sir?
It's too late, Bobo.
It's too late.
You guys want to see what his act is all about?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to start with what I'm going to intro them with.
Bobby, can you just...
I'd love to,
No,
Opie.
for the bit, just say, all right, I'm Bob Kelly, now here's your headline.
I would love to.
All right.
Yeah.
Bob Kelly's going to introduce you. This is really how it goes down in,
All right.
in clubs. So here you go, Bobo. And then give the interns your best material, and let's see if we can get a laugh going.
So I'm going to throw it over to you, all right? All right. All right, man. You guys have been a fantastic crowd. Are you guys ready? Huh? You guys ready? Come on. You ready for the man you came to see? Come on, everybody. Louder than that. Yeah. All right, here we go. Let's give it up for your headliner this evening, Bobo.
Good evening, Buffalo. I have to say, I'm sorry about this. I have to say this to you guys, but 1990 Super Bowl, one of the best moments of my life.
Boo, boo.
I have to say, all you people probably know I've been through so many surgeries.
How many surgeries?
No, I've been through 48 of them, and it is the worst experience of my life. But let me tell you, for one thing, there's always a part where I've gone to the urologist.
Can I stop him for 1 second? Give him a little tip?
Yes.
Look at the fucking audience, not at the wall. You're watching TV. Look at the crowd. Keep your eye on them.
He's priceless.
Start over.
All right,
Stop.
from where the surgery part where I said
Yeah,
the beginning?
that surgery part, yeah.
All right, well, let me tell you, for one thing, having to go through all those surgeries, it is the worst thing I've ever had to deal with in my life. To this day, I'm scared of surgery. For one thing, there's a part where I've had to get an examination for the urologist, and that's always the worst part. They tell you, they're always like talking to my mother saying, oh, he has to go through another surgery. That part annoys me. Then there's the part. Then there's the part where they take you up. Where they take you up to the operating room, and it's like these big, bright, these blinding lights, and the sound that's going
right.
It's just like the sound. It's the sound it makes.
Oh, it's so true.
And then they put you under this anesthesia. And let me tell you, that anesthesia, it is the best way to get high without worrying about getting arrested. I'm telling you, it's one strange trip. I don't know what it's like getting high, but if it's anything like this, For one thing, they put you under some anesthesia, usually some mask or this thing they inject into your IV. Usually I prefer the IV. I don't know why I hate that mask.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That part always scares me, so I always tell them, put the IV. I don't want that mask. Just inject that thing, that long needle into the IV.
Yeah, shit.
That's all I tell them, inject that long needle into the IV. I'd rather it that way. And they start talking to you a little bit, and then you start like falling asleep, and it's like this weird, like sky thing, like you're. Like
when did I fuck you in the ass?
Now, you see, you hear the doctors like talking about, I don't know, like they're asking to get past the knives or whatever the heck it is they use for the surgery.
Hold on. That might happen.
Yeah, you got to deal with that.
Yeah,
you got to
Bobby,
deal with
tell him about
that.
hecklers, Bobby. Tell him.
Listen.
Tell him.
Hey, Bobo.
He's got to be ready.
Bobo, look at my finger. Follow my finger right here. Look at me. Yeah, you're definitely going to get people yelling some shit out.
Yeah, they're going to heckle.
You know what I mean? So you're going to want to take the mic out of the stand and approach that person and say some shit to them.
Yeah, you know what a good one is? I don't come to where you work and knock the dicks out of your mouth.
Right. I just suck them on my own.
Right.
Say that.
No. Let's play act. So go back a little bit.
Go
in your
back
material.
a little bit.
Kenny's going to interrupt, and then let's see if you got what it takes.
Which part? The part where I'm about to go under the knife?
Yeah. That's a good part.
All right. Well, they inject that anesthesia, and you start feeling like you hear these people all talking.
When did I fuck you in the ass?
Hey, you there? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I don't go to your job and suck all the dicks that you work with.
That's perfect.
I suck myself.
That's it. That's perfect. That's exactly the way you should handle it. That's perfect.
All right, but you were prepared for that one, so continue doing your material. Kenny's going to come up with another heckle line, and let's see if you can handle it on your own. Because you're not going to have Bob Kelly there giving you advice. So continue with your
I got
material.
different ones for different situations, depending what they say.
Yeah, but that was good. The eye contact was good. You held the mic that gave you power, and then you sucking it. Perfect. Self-deprecating.
Continue, and Kenny will hit you with another heckle line, and let's see how you handle it. Because we're not going to be there, Bobo. I left Buffalo years ago. I'm not going back. Go ahead.
Well, but what you go through is they start passing each other these knives or whatever it is they do for the surgery, and then it's like I'm still like about to go to sleep on that anesthesia, and it feels like you're like flying past these people, and it's like really quick, and it's like this heavy feeling, and then next moment you wake up. It's like I don't know, it's like some kind of warp or something, or what it is, but a few minutes later, you wake up, you're all of a sudden like that, you're in the recovery room.
Whoa.
And then you're like under...
You wake up and you're a faggot!
Hey, I ain't a fag, you idiot! I know you, you're probably getting fucked in the ass right now!
Like me.
Probably getting fucked in the ass tonight!
Like me. Say like me. You always want to bring it back to yourself.
You always want to... You're probably getting raped in the ass right now like me!
Right, exactly. Perfect.
Trust me, I got some interesting ones if I ever do a gig in Philly.
Hold on. Let's make believe we're in Philly.
All right. Remember, I am a Mets fan, and my favorite football team's the Giants, so there's going to be some rivalry
I'm going to
there.
announce you like we're in Philly, okay? So you guys are, the fans are a little crazier than Buffalo, so you guys get a little crazier, you know what I mean?
And you got to remember, I'm a Mets fan.
All right, you guys ready? Philly, are you ready for your headliner? Philly, let's give it up for Bobo!
Good evening! Good evening, Philly!
Fuck you!
Fuck you, I'm a Mets fan! You guys only got hit! You guys only won the World Series in 2008 because we barely not made the playoffs!
What?
Yo, fuck your mama!
Yeah, I hope you guys collapse this year!
We're gonna kick the shit out of you after the show!
Hey, you guys are collapsing! I hope you all in the audience collapse after this show!
You're going to die!
Hey, you gotta watch that! I'm from New York, I'll kick your guys' ass! I'll take on all of you!
What'd you say?
I'm from New York, I'll kick your guys' ass, I'll take on all of you!
I didn't hear you. What'd you say?
I'll take you all on!
One more time.
I'm from New York, I'll kick your guys' ass, I'll take your guys! I'll take your old ass! By the time I'm finished with you, you'll be eating a cheesesteak with my jizz in it!
Faggot! Faggot! Faggot!
Hey, you guys, you idiots! I'm not faggot. You guys are gonna get raped by the time you're out of here. I hope you all get raped.
All right, Anthony, Heather Height is on the phone to talk more about this Buffalo gig. Heather.
Hey, how you guys doing?
All right, Heather.
But that's like the genius of Bobo's materials, how relatable it is.
Yeah.
You know? We couldn't let the little feller go by himself.
Yeah, what's this gig about? What do you know?
All I know is that it's in Buffalo. I know the same thing that you guys know. It's in Buffalo, and he's probably going to get gang raped. But
Yeah.
we're going to send Mersh with a video camera and, you know.
Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
All right.
Wow. How about a little more of Bubba's act? I want to hear like the big closer. How do you close the show?
Well, no, he hasn't done any like current event material, like
a lot of snow in Buffalo.
Yeah, why don't you talk about the snow or Obama? You got any like timely material?
Well, I do got some stuff about Fox News.
All right, let's do
That's
the
going
Fox
to be
News
the
stuff.
opening thing right after the intro. It's the opening thing.
All right, let's try it out. Maybe we can help you with this a little bit.
Let me tell you something. Ever since the election, I haven't been watching Fox News. They're nothing but a bunch of manipulative cocksuckers, those people at Fox News. That's all they're doing. That whole election, they were just manipulating you guys into voting for Obama. You weren't voting for Obama because you wanted to. You were just being manipulated by Fox News. The whole Bush administration, I couldn't stand Bush. But that whole time
what happened?
Dude.
Bobo, you okay?
Jesus.
Bobo,
Well, I know you probably guys caused me a few minutes of congestion that time. You hit my nose pretty hard there.
What did you get hit with?
I don't know. I got hit of like an entire newspaper.
He got hit with a
Did you get hit with a sneaker?
Yeah, he got hit with a fucking Converse right in the face.
If I got hit with something heavy,
He got smacked with a chuck.
That probably caused a few minutes of congestion.
We get it.
All right, now say if some guy really wants to gets violent with you in the crowd, like say this guy right here, you say something bad, he's gonna heckle you. You say something fucked up to him, like I fuck your ass and I suck it and I like it. Fuck you, and then he'll come up and get violent. What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do if he's gonna? So let's try this out. Ready? Go ahead. Go into your act.
That's it. I hope you get gang raped by the Blood and the Crips at the same time.
Because that's what I like. Always bring it back to you. Always bring it back to you.
I hope you get gang raped by the Blood and the Crips at the same time and ass raped.
Because I like that.
I hope you get ass raped. Then they leave your nude body out in front of your wife's house.
Go ahead.
Nice scar, surgery, dick. Waste your head off.
Now, what are you gonna do if he comes after you?
Yeah.
Here he comes. Here he comes.
Hey, you're
what are you
only
gonna do?
saying that because you haven't been operated. You're only saying that because you haven't been operated. You don't know what it's like.
Oh, I don't know what surgery's like? Why don't you pull your dick out and show me?
I don't need to show my dick out, you fag. Are you a fag? You a fag? Because only fags will ask for that. And I don't show my dick to fags.
Bobo, bring it back to your material.
You ain't got a cut. You're not seeing the jump.
Jesus. Hope he's right. Now you got to figure out how to bring it back to your act.
Yeah, you ain't.
Bring it back to your act somehow. Go.
Yeah. Get her back around to your act now.
Spin the boat
back
around.
to your act.
Right. Well, anyway, I've got that surgery. I'm going through that surgery. I'm going through that surgery. I wake up and there's like this mask. I don't know. Like they need a mask to wake you up. And it's like this gas. They keep begging, remove this damn mask as soon as possible. Move that. Some idiot. Get that nurse with that short skirt to remove it right now. I want this mask removed. And then all of a sudden I'm like in pain. And let me tell you, the worst thing is after these surgeries, taking a piss after these surgeries.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about if you've had a dick surgery.
Oh.
On your urinary system.
Oh, it's so true.
Trying to piss, it is the most painful shit of them all.
Because
It's the most painful shit. And when I was younger for years, for a lot of my surgeries. They've had to stick a catheter in there. I hate that also. I hate that. And I'm screaming in so much pain when they remove that thing.
a colostomy bag?
I have no idea what that is. I just.
Keep going. You gotta keep going,
That's it.
Bobo.
I'll be throwing some yellow snowballs at you.
Keep going, Bobo. You gotta keep doing your act.
That's it. It is the worst. It's the worst thing. They remove that.
Right.
Then you got to take a piss, which is even more painful.
Right.
It burns. I'm telling you, that stuff burns. And then the worst part is when you're in the hospital bed. Usually, when I was a kid, most of the time these kids in my class never even cared a damn about me. You know, all of a sudden now they care about you now. Forget it. When you're in the hospital, yeah, they care about you now. Oh shit! I get sent this gigantic. They send you this gigantic envelope. You pull it out of the card. They say,
Keep going. Keep going.
I just start laughing at these. Yeah, you care about me now.
Now your big closer. What's your big closer? Go. This is when you do that. Go. Before I go, I got one more thing I want to talk about.
Before I go, I got one more thing. I gotta talk about.
Sam. Yeah, guy, get into it.
Got one more thing I gotta talk about.
What?
I've noticed out here in Buffalo, it gets so cold. I've been hearing rumors that broads in cold weather love it in the shitter. I gotta find that out if that's true.
What?
Gotta find out if it's true that women in Buffalo like it in the shitter.
Why?
I don't know. I hear rumors in cold weather, in places where it gets freezing cold, they like it in the shitter. I want to find out if this is true. And they brought here and tell me if that's true.
I like it.
Well, believe me, I'm going to find that out tonight.
Yeah.
I hope you like a warm 3.5 incher.
How big is it?
I hope you like a warm 3.5 incher.
Yeah. Oh.
And if you got any Cialis on hand, I'm glad we used that.
Wow. Oh my God. Bobo. Tell everybody you got a big dick, you just don't have it with you.
Yeah, I got a big dick, I just don't have it with me right now.
All right, now you should show him.
I'm not actually going to show it. No, that's just me acting out a bit.
That's good. That's good. I like that. You freak him out.
Sounds like
I'm just going to go as far as just pulling the zippers down and back up.
Have a good time in Buffalo. That sounds great.
Sounds great.
Holy shit! I can't even take it.
Believe me, I'll be telling some stories about some college broad I may have fucked in the ass.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's plenty of them up there.
Yeah, very good.
That's something.
By the way, I'd like to say hi to Sharon, who I had a lot of fun with. And you know what I'm talking about, Sharon.
Oh, damn. What happened with Sharon?
Oh, I'm not gonna go into specifics, but she knows what she's talking about. Sharon in Kingsport, Tennessee knows what I'm talking about.
Jesus Christ. What the fuck is this?
Holy shit. This is like a hazing. He is going to a fraternity house, so be prepared for worse than this, Bobo.
Oh, yeah. believe me, I know what stuff that goes on there.
How are you going to say goodnight? How are you going to end it?
Yeah,
good
how
night,
do you end the act?
Good night, everybody. Hope all you haters freeze your dicks off.
Just not right, man. It's so
shit.
fucking wrong. All right, Bobo. Good luck in Buffalo.
By the way, when the shirts are ready, I'm bringing in the T-shirts.
What do they say?
Okay. Yeah, what do they say? And they're saying on them?
Well, I was on the phone a few weeks ago with Coat Logic. He is going to design the T-shirts.
What's his name?
Coke Logic.
Coke Logic.
You guys know who he is. He does all those animations, the guy.
Kyle S. from Indiana writes, I don't knock the dicks that you work with is the line of the year so far.
That was fucking hysterical.
I don't knock the dicks that you work with.
Yeah, maybe if Travis has that.
What is he doing?
What are you doing?
Yeah, I was just one of these chocolate pieces that were on the floor being thrown at him. I just shoved it in his back pocket, hoping he would sit on it, and he found it and ate it.
And just to put that piece of chocolate in context, that was the chocolates that Weiland's wife had brought us like months ago. So
Oh, shit.
Those things are disgusting.
But he's eating it like he's in a trance.
hungry.
He can't hear us right now.
I already started eating it, but you shouldn't. I can't believe this is month-old chocolate.
Yeah.
What's the punchline?
2 months old chocolate. 2 months. 2 months old chocolate. How it doesn't taste like 2 months old.
What does it taste like?
What's the punchline?
It's like chocolate. What am I supposed to say? Chocolate tastes like it tastes like chocolate.
You gotta improvise.
It tastes like chocolate.
I don't know. It tastes like graham cracker chocolate.
Bobo, good luck in Buffalo.
Bobo, good luck, man.
We got to kind of wrap up here.
I know Travis has it. I gotta hear his response to the heckler.
The Kenny heck?
Yeah, because that was fucking classic.
Yeah, let's hear that again if Travis has it.
Well, all right. Well, they inject that anesthesia, and you start feeling like you hear these people all talking.
Why do they fuck you in the ass?
Hey, you there? Yeah, I'm talking to you. I don't go to your job and suck all the dicks that you work with. I suck them myself.
That's it. That's perfect.
That's perfect. Bobby goes, that's perfect. Okay, Bobby. Bob Kelly, great job today.
Absolutely.
Guys, thanks for having me.
What do we got? Bananas, Hasbrook Heights next weekend, right?
Yeah, 22nd and 23rd. I'll be up in Bananas.
That's next weekend. Man. Next weekend, good for Bob Kelly.
God, was that laughing like a motherfucker.
That's awesome, man.
By the way, I'll bring you guys a copy of the CD. I'll bring you guys a copy of the CD so you can hear it.
What's it called?
It's going to be called the Bobonator.
The what?
The Bobonator.
The Bobonator? What is that?
I don't know. Some stupid name my mother kept suggesting I use for the CD.
I like it. Are you going to tape your set in Buffalo?
That's where the CD's going to be recorded.
Oh, cool.
And I'm taking pre-orders for it there.
Heather Height and Mersh, give us a copy of that so we can check it out on Monday. Or, no, we can do it later this week because he's going up there tomorrow.
How much is the CD going to be?
Thursday or Friday.
How much is the CD?
Well, I was suggested I sell this at $10.
All right.
Maybe I'll sell the shirts at $15.
What's on the shirts, Bobo?
It's going to have an animated an animated image of me, and it'll say, I'm not lying.
Catchphrase.
I want one of those.
An animated T-shirt? How does that work?
Yeah.
No, I said the image on the back of the shirt, the image of me on the back of the shirt's going to be animated. Code Logic's doing the
It's going to move? It's going to move?
No, it's going to have a cartoon image of me.
A cartoon, not animated. Okay, cartoon.
All right.
Yeah, it's done by Coke Logic.
Cool.
Bobo, thank you. Bob Kelly, thank you.
Absolutely.
Everyone
great.
else, thank you. Don't forget Jim Norton on Leno tonight.
And a big
He'll
thank
be
you
back
to
tomorrow.
my hero, William Shatner.
Oh, fuck,
for
William
stopping
Shatner,
in.
right. Check out his show on the Bio channel, right?
Yes.
Tonight at 10 o'clock, his interview show.
And all
Raw
you,
Nerve.
And all you in Buffalo, please go see me.
I think it just might tomorrow night.
Pack the
Tomorrow night it
house.
goes down. We'll get an update when you get back. We're going to leave you guys today with Club Soda Kenny from earlier singing Fireflies, that hit song from Owl City.